Chicken cherry cola.
Jeez. Please don't start the show off with that.
Yeah. It's in my head. It's got to be in everybody else's head. That's the rule. It's been in there for a week.
Pretty sure you were listening to it. Like you had it on.
Nope.
I don't believe it.
No. It was playing in some store or something about a week ago, and it won't leave my head. I'm going to be like 90 years old and just sitting there drooling, going, chicken cherry cola. People won't know what's going on. It's there forever. So, yeah, you're right. Should have said that before we started the show. This is Full 42. It's kind of weird, actually. You mind if I switch you guys? I'm used to Mike being up there, and this way the camera hides Mike, and I can see Katia when I talk.
You can just take me out. Like, just make me tiny.
No.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Like
there
that.
You go. We're both tiny.
Nope.
On your left.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, this is Full 42, chaotic as ever. We have a guest with us, and if you're a fan of the show, you've seen her before, Katia Howatson.
Is like honorary co-host, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yep.
Because if I'm not on the show, I'm in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah. And see, if you're here, then who's talking to us in the comments?
I don't know. It's gonna be like dead silence.
Maybe Lance or Corey, and then we'll pop in. Also, please like and subscribe. Always going to remind myself to click on this to do that. But Katia, you have a Kickstarter going on right now.
I do.
And so we can show people what's going on.
It's been up for about a week.
Excuse me.
Let me look this up.
You see it?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Oh, Mike's showing off his mug right there.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And that's from last year's, right?
No.
That's like a one.
That's this year's?
Yeah.
What?
Wait. I'm turn it off so there's no glare.
Is that one of the... That's not one of the mugs you have for this year.
No, it's not. That's like a one of a kind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we backers demand... you can see them back here. We backers demand to have the same mug Mike does so that we can't have a one and all.
So that is Locke, the Floodgate Games mascot. And it's so damn clever. I don't know if it comes through, but see the little bubbles coming off the tentacles?
Yeah.
Those are the favor markers favor tokens from Sagrada.
Oh, cool.
To make the bubbles coming off.
The little clear...
Yep.
Perfect bubbles.
So damn great. And then the little logo. Sorry about the glare.
So this is it's a yearly calendar that you put out, right?
Yes, it's the second year that I have this Kickstarter. So it's for a calendar that basically I partnered with 13 publishers altogether to make this happen. And I make a mosaic representing one of their games. And those mosaics become, the image for every month. And then, so basically the 13th publisher, which is Grand Gamers Guild, he's the one who has his image on the 10 by 10 challenge. Because it's a gamer's calendar, it includes a 10 by 10 challenge page at the end. And it also has, every month it has like a column of lines that you can enter the games you played during the month. And it also has the mosaic of the logo I made for each publisher, and then a description of their, the type of games they make and what they're known for. And then, you can see there that I'm offering prints as well. In the add-ons, in the Pledge Manager, I'm offering the coasters. I have limited quantities, but those were the Wingspan-inspired coasters from last year.
Nice.
And there is an enamel pin of my logo, as well as the mugs that you showed earlier, and there's also some magnets.
Yeah, I mean, the Dwellings mug is I'm definitely getting that. Anything that has, pieces that I worked on are going to get.
Of course.
So of the three mugs there, Chris, you would say that the Dwellings one is the one you'd pick?
I mean, I have to because I'm actually getting two mugs. I'm getting the Meeple one too.
Okay, interesting.
Why interesting?
I would just I'd say you wouldn't want the dwellings one because you're so sick of dwellings by now.
I love dwellings. I'm just sick of working on it. I love the game.
Interesting.
Yeah, a great game.
No, I've been prepping files for reprints and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's yeah.
We're playing it tomorrow at QsCon Tuesday. Brett's going to show it, teach it. So
that's about time you played it.
I know. I got Arnak last week, and now I'm getting dwellings this week.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, go up, slide up a little bit on the, a little bit more. That one, March.
Oh
March
yes.
is the floodgate image for Holly Festival of Colors.
It's so clever. Like all the art, and I talked about this last time. It's so thoughtful and well planned. But the holy one, I don't know if you can zoom in.
Yeah, I don't know how. It wouldn't be very good quality. I'd have to have a better one. I think you showed me a better quality one at one point. I'm trying to look for it.
I may have. It was just, I think it's so super smart that you used the negative space to show the people. Mm-hmm. It's just smart.
I had to, just for contrast, like there's so many colors in the image that if I tried to, incorporate people with, showing the clothes and whatnot, like it would just, I don't know. I don't think it would have come out near as well. So,
sure.
But yeah, I'm really excited about the images that I have in there, and I have more coming that will be revealed in the next couple weeks. So it's, obviously I'm busy to try and finish this up, but the images that are coming, I'm really excited about.
You just revealed the Corvette from Star Realms, right?
I did, yeah, the Star Realms, yeah.
Where? Oh, yeah, right
there, yeah.
Yeah, see, if we were prepared, we'd have bigger versions of these images to show, but
it's okay. People can go and look up the
go to the Kickstarter.
It's 2022 board game mosaic calendar. So just go and look it up on Kickstarter.
Oh, the link's in the description of
there
the
you go.
video
Even
as well.
better.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and you're going till when? The 24th?
Yes, June 24th. And yes, so we have unlocked stretch goals already, and we're working on unlocking the Meeple sticker for the 10x10 challenge sheet.
So they unlocked, or they chose to include it as a gradient?
Yeah, it seems like the popular vote was gradient, so I made some that have like a radial gradient of color. So
cool.
How many magnets do I get with my current pledge?
10.
All the magnets.
Nice. Oh, nice.
10. So there's a few that aren't shown there. I like surprises.
Nice.
I'm just gonna say it's a good surprise. Not shown there, but I think a lot of people are gonna be happy with the one magnet.
Very nice. Yeah, I love this image because you can seeing if it comes up in the video very well. I wish. Maybe I can.
You have that image. You have that image in the Corvette.
That's true. But here you can see, all the little meeples. My favorite thing is just trying to find all the little pieces and identify them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of them. It's funny because I've been asked a few times, how many pieces or how many games did you use for this art piece? And I'd never count. It's way too many. I don't count. Although I have a giveaway that's going to be upcoming for the Too Many Bones piece, and it's going to be sort of like the, guess how many jelly beans in the jar type.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
So this time I'm going to have to count the pieces because that's going to be what the goal is for people to guess how many pieces are in the image. So
very cool.
Offhand, do you know which component is from the oldest published game?
Well, it would have to be between like the pegs from Battleship, or I have some Monopoly piece I use. I would have to say they've got to be the oldest ones. I have
these pegs.
I have some, yeah, that's a peg from Yeah, Battleship. And I also have some pieces from Races to Riches, which is a pretty old game. And then I have the Game of Life cards that I use sometimes. I would have to say those are probably the oldest ones. Yeah.
You have the little pegs of the blue and pink
Yeah.
kids that go in
Yeah.
there. You ever use those?
I think I used the blue ones in Floodgate, actually, in the logo, if I'm not mistaken.
You're so
I'd have
small.
to check, but I think I've used them in there. Yeah. I
Right,
sneak
well-
them in. They're like the little hidden, like, you know.
Well, the again the link to the Kickstarter is in the description. Anything you want to reveal about what's coming up? You got lots of stuff to reveal.
Well, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, other than, you know, the giveaway that's going to be coming up, and yeah, there's some exciting stretch goals. Like, obviously, the stickers are fun. The next stretch goal afterwards is the spot varnish, which really gives the images on the calendar like a nice shine, because I do the contour of the main image, so it really pops. And that's just, yeah, I hope we get there, because it's what I think wowed most people last year, but it is an extra step to make it, and it is an extra cost to have it done. So obviously that's why it's a stretch goal. But yeah, I hope it happens, because it makes the calendar that much more special.
I think having that thicker quality cover page too is nice.
Yep, definitely. Like, I have no signs that mine is ripping at all. Like, it's just, and yeah, you open it and it's sturdy and it's big. It's a 12 by 12. It's a big calendar, and I think, again, a lot of people last year were surprised when they received it. It was like, oh my god, because it's well priced for what you get. So
For some reason, I just got like a video of like a black and white video of someone going, "Has this ever happened to you?" And they're opening the calendar and it rips and stuff.
there has to be a better way. Yeah, the infomercial.
I love those commercials. They do things in the most screwed up. Like, no one ever opens up stuff the way they do. It's such a mess the way they make it look. Oh my god, it's so funny.
I wish I could just be an actor for those videos. That'd be great.
Just ham it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
You always zoom in. Like,
You missed your calling, Chris.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep. There's
If you
still
ever
hope.
need a part-time job, I think you know where to go.
Yep.
I should just make those videos and put them like on a video thing where you can buy videos for stock footage and stuff. I can just start showing up in commercials and not even know it. You'd be like, you'll never believe it. There's someone here who doesn't know how to vacuum, and here's the video already.
We should probably open up the show with you doing one different one each show. Like, forget that awesome intro that you made. Like, you should just film them, and one should be different every Monday.
Well, isn't the beginning of this show basically the same thing as that, though? Like, have you ever tried to start your own YouTube show? And we're just...
Sure, but like you
Fumbling with
walking
the
and
mic.
failing, you drinking and failing, you opening a cabinet and failing. Like, there's an infinite amount of what will Chris do next?
That'd be good.
Write
People
this
would watch
down.
the first 5 seconds of every episode. That'd be great.
Perfect.
Can't guarantee anything past that. Donnie's in our chat. Hi,
Hey,
Donnie.
Donnie.
Donnie is. I figured they'd show up. I have a fun little Donnie and Corey combo.
Oh, they made that?
Yeah. And
Oh, cool.
even better is mine's autographed.
Oh, well, look at you, fancy pants.
Yeah. So I got to come to QSCon because you meet people like this and have them autograph their games.
What's QCon?
Right.
Every week. What's QSCon?
I'm just giving you a chance to tell people about it. That's all.
I'm sure they know already.
Yeah, they probably do by now.
It's been hammered out. Yeah.
We can if I come up there QSCon, then we can play Escape Plan, right?
Oh yeah. Do you want to go into that?
Oh man, I kind of don't because we're all happy now, right?
we will be infinitely happier to watch you rage out
No,
over
no.
your plan.
I'm in a
I
good
don't know
place.
because I haven't even played my copy, and I was so excited,
Same.
and now I'm like, oh man.
All right. Well, okay. No
Hey,
rant.
where's Peter? Peter should be watching this. I hope Peter's in the chat watching because
It's going to be not positive, but I'm going to keep it upbeat, positive. I'm not going to beat down on stuff. First of all, I only played the game once.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. And this isn't a review. It's just more my experience that made me want to light the thing on fire. I think in our Discord, I put a picture and said, anybody got a match? However, I'm going to play it again, but with, and I know I'm going to use the H word, possibly a house rule.
no.
Yeah. Well, here's why. Okay. I'm not going to explain the whole game and all that stuff. But escape plan, your bank robbers trying to get out of the city after like 3 days, right? And collect all your money around the place. So 3 days is basically like a big phase, big round. You have several turns and stuff, and then next day kind of thing. So the final day, the third day, you've been running around the city collecting your money up so that you can get out. And the money you collect isn't usable, it's just points at the end. But you also do stuff to get usable money throughout the game. So it's weird that I currently am carrying around like $200,000, but I'm like short $3 for buying a helmet. Like it's a little weird that way.
Okay.
You can't pull money from the money you're collecting all day. But anyway, that's not really a gripe. That's just, well, it leads to the gripe. So at the end of the game, keep in mind it took me about 2 hours to get it set up and learned. And some of that is on me. Some of that I kind of like went back and forth. I ate in between, kind of just took my time. Took 3 hours to play a 2-player game. And a lot of that is learning and stuff. So 5 hours. After 5 hours, almost a whole Saturday evening, we get near to the end. And the whole game, I'm thinking, yeah, this is pretty interesting. I want to try it again. I'm enjoying this part. I like this. This part's a little weird, a little cumbersome. There's a lot of rules and stuff that you have to remember. Oh, here you can do this and this, but over here you can do this and this. It could have used some tightening up a little bit, in my opinion. But for the most part, I was having fun running around, getting shot by cops, which, I guess happens. Collecting money and then getting little, friends and stuff to escape the city. But here's the thing. We get to the end of the round, basically, and you have to escape the city. And there's a mechanism in it. Yeah, I caught it. There's a mechanism in it that you get 3 turns per day, but you can do stuff to earn like a 4th turn or a 5th turn. And so what I did was I was like, okay, it's hard to earn those turns. What I'll do is prepare the whole last day so that I get 5 turns, right? That way I can do all this stuff. All my plans were, up there. I kind of already felt like I was going to lose because Aaron, my partner who we were playing with, was just destroying me and stuff. But that's fine. I was having fun.
Seems like that's a running theme with you, that you usually don't win. Aaron just kicks your ass.
I actually, we track stuff. We're actually 50-50. I think I just complain about it when she beats me. No, I think I bring it up because I want people to know I'm not disliking something because I'm losing it. So I was enjoying the game up until the end where she escapes and I calculate, okay, I still got 3 turns to go because I set all this stuff up and I could get all this money. Maybe I'll get close to her score. I didn't think I was going to win, right? And then she says to me, oh, no, we forgot about this little rule that when you leave, you have to pay money to escape. Like, not the money I've been collecting, the hundreds of thousands of dollars I'm collecting, but the little piddly money in my wallet. Well, I only have $2. She's already escaped. I need $10 to escape. Now, my entire last day that I've planned out to do all this great stuff, I instead have to run around and just do the weakest stuff to barely be able to get out of the city. It ruins 1/3 of the entire end part of the game. The ending totally destroyed. Now, of course, I could have prepared ahead of time had we remembered that rule, right? But here's the worst part about it. If you don't pay, you don't even get the score. You're just out of the game. And anything that makes me play a 3-hour game, and maybe it should have been a 2-hour game, or even an hour and a half once you know it really well, maybe with a 2-player thing. Anything that just goes, oh, you lost $1 here or something. Now you're completely out. You don't even get to compare your scores. Even though I was going to lose, I was just furious because basically we cheated a little bit. She was like, okay, well, why don't you not buy this, go back a little bit and unbuy this and stuff, just so I could get out the door and do the scoring. I still only scored like half her points. She had like 700 something. I had like 300 something. And well, I would have done much better had I not, because my whole last day was planned out to do much better. But I wouldn't have gotten up to her. So it's not about losing. It's about the fact that I was going to get to the end of the game and then not even get the score.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why I can't take $10 out of the hundreds of thousands of dollars I'm got in my backpack behind me. And I don't know why they wouldn't just say something like the first person out, they get out for free, like they said, but the second person out is minus $10 instead of having to pay that $10. It just wrecked that whole last round, and the whole game's only 3 rounds. So if you wreck the whole final round with that rule, it's the same kind of thing as like feeding your people kind of deal. You know how you do this whole thing and suddenly you go, oh, I got to feed my people, and it wrecks everything you just had to do, or you have to spend half of the game just maintaining. It's not fun. It's not interesting. So that one little thing basically like ruined my whole feeling about it, and I was very upset. Which is like too bad because I really enjoyed the game up until that, and that's why I said maybe I might house rule it to where you're just minus 10 points if you're second versus have to have the 10, because it's not fun to basically not have a cool last round. Mm-hmm. Even her, she would have hung around more and made more money and beat me by more points if she didn't have to worry about that, right? I just don't understand why that design is there. I do understand. It's because it's designed for theme and not for experience. In my opinion.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know if they went with it in mind as, when you watch movies about heists and stuff like that, and, there's an expectation of how much money you're bringing back. If there's the $10 missing, I don't know. Maybe that was the reasoning behind it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm just saying that's what I meant by they're designing by theme, is that they're like, ooh, it'd be cool if at the end, like, oh, you didn't quite be able to pay to get out, so you get arrested at the end. And now you don't get the score. Oh, that works thematically. Yeah, and so does missing a turn if you get sucked into a void. So does, all kinds of stuff that just sucks to experience. And I think that's just old school gaming. I mean, old school designing. It needs to be more, you need to be more concerned about the player's experience. At the end of the game, no one should be locked out, especially if it's like a 2-hour game. It's player elimination in the final round, basically.
Yeah, I think if it's a 2-hour game, but like King of Tokyo, getting knocked out isn't a horrible thing, right?
Right. And we've said that, in short games, 30-minute games, I'm fine with player elimination. You could sit back and watch and laugh with it and stuff. This was 5 hours of my Saturday. Mm-hmm. So it hit harder than usual. And like I said, learning game, all that stuff, I was taking my time, but still.
So what I hear is that
you probably planned it differently had you remembered that rule.
Correct.
That's
That's what I was going to say.
Yes, and I am going to play again without the house rule and keep that in mind. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the $10 if I happen to be second, put it aside and not use it. Mm-hmm. Why is that fun? Why is that something that's interesting at all?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, just take it out and dock me the 10 points. And if I lose by 10 points because I didn't make it out first, awesome. Dock me 50 points. I don't care. Whatever it is, let me score, though.
Yeah.
The idea of you just don't even get to play at the end of the game after you spent whatever time doing it,
Sure.
that just needs to go.
But
That needs to go.
it's funny because there's a fair bit of games that are like that. Like,
And they need to go.
yeah, like if I remember correctly, Heaven and Nail does something like that where you need to have something at a certain level in order to score. The scoring in Heaven and Nail was like, but Gugong is also like that, where you need to be at the top of the track. If you don't even reach the top, you don't get to score at all.
Now, you don't get to score that track, or you don't get to score
You don't
any
get
of
to
it.
score at all.
So you're completely out of the game.
Correct.
Yeah. See,
Doesn't Clank do the same thing? Like, you got to be above ground to even, like, you could die in the castle.
You have to be above ground. You don't have to be necessarily out.
Right. Like, you could be
Yeah.
dead in the castle, but you could still kind of have your legacy, but you got to be above ground to do it. If you're below ground, you're screwed. And Clank isn't a short game either.
Right. Well, it depends on how fast somebody goes in and out, right? But you're right. And there's degrees of this. Like Clank, it didn't bother me as much because that is the whole game. That's what everybody knows what's up. You know what's going on. It's not that hard to get above ground, really. And if it just doesn't happen, I've seen people's reactions to that. If they can't even score at the bottom of it, I've seen the reaction, and I would say design that out.
Yeah.
Don't let people have that
Yeah, we
reaction.
actually, the first time that I played Clank, my brother-in-law got stuck and died in, I think, if I remember correctly, he died pretty early on. Like, it was the luck of the draw, right? Or bad luck of the draw, I guess. But yeah, and he ended up being out of the game, and we still had quite a ways to go. And yeah, it was frustrating for him because it's like, well, this sucks. You know?
Dungeon Quest does that. I remember it's an old. I mean, I guess they did a revised edition, but the fighting system was wonky, so we kind of took that out and just made it like a roll a die who high wins. But you could put yourself into a tile. Like I remember one of the first times I was setting up and playing it, I moved in from. I don't know if you've played Dungeon Quest.
No, haven't played Dungeon Quest.
Oh, it's super fun. It's a tile drafting game. You draw a blind and you put it like where you want to walk into. So everybody starts in the four corners of this castle. You're trying to get into the center, steal some gold from the dragon, and get out before the sun goes down, because then the dragon wakes up and just lights fire and kills everybody that's still in. So literally you could go in, loot the treasure, get $1, get out, hope that everybody dies, and win with $1. Great. But I remember one of the first times that I had set it up, I said I was walking into this room. I pulled a tile. It was a rotate tile or something. It trapped me up against the wall, and each tile, if it has a what are they called, a torch on it, you can search that room twice without having to leave and come back. So I was trying to find what they have is like a hidden passage. So I searched once, found nothing. Searched twice, found nothing. I'm stuck. I literally I can't search again. I can't leave because the way that it rotated, it put me up against the wall. So I can't move. I can't search. I was just stuck. But it was that kind of game where it was just like, all right, everybody else did it. Let's reset and do it again. You're a half hour maybe in by the time either everybody died or got out with some loot.
Did that break the game, or were you just player eliminated by the rules kind of thing?
I was out. I literally stood in this room with nothing to do while everyone else drew a tile, went into the catacombs, found some loot, went into the dragon, punched the dragon in the face, got out with thousands of dollars, and I was just sitting in my one little tile right by the entrance and got nothing accomplished. And it sucked, but it was one of those funny moments that, what are you going to do? It was the worst tile I could have gotten at the best opportunity. But that happened with me in Mansions of Madness, too. One of the clues was like, don't go in the freezer. Well, fuck that. I'm going to the freezer. So I immediately go to the freezer. The lights go off. Monsters come out. The room was lit on fire. The whole time I was stuck in the freezer. I couldn't get out. I couldn't roll to save myself. While everyone else was like battling Shuggists and like doing awesome heroic stuff. I'm stuck in the freezer just cold.
Well, that's on you because it said specifically don't go in there.
Sounds like user error.
I'm not going to listen to some nutball that was running out of the house saying don't go in the freezer. He's got to be lying. So I'm going in the freezer, and then
that
I
makes me think of like the designer and the developer talking and going, "What if someone gets stuck in the freezer?" No one will do that. We'll make a little card that tells you not to go in there.
Don't go in there.
I'll do it.
Oh
But it was
my
fun,
God.
right? It created a narrative story. Like while they were doing stuff, they were just mocking me while I was stuck in the freezer. Like, I'll get out this time, guys. Nope, didn't get out. All right, I'll get out this time. Nope, didn't get out. Like, it was just a fun kind of. It was still fun in the game, even though it sucked and I wasn't doing anything. To punch you in the gut at the end and have you not even score after 2-3 hours of time. That's, even though Mansions was lengthy, at least it was fun. That just didn't seem fun.
They should have borrowed from Monopoly and said on the third try of getting out, you just get out automatically with your. I mean, I don't think I've ever said that before, but
take your rule from Monopoly and apply
right.
it.
But in that case, I'd do that.
So what I hear from this little rant of yours is that
Not a rant.
You played 7/8 of the game, realized that you screwed up a rule, and immediately went to house ruling.
No. I didn't screw up the rule. We just forgot the rule. And we're talking like a, 25-page rule book with a lot of stuff, right?
Okay.
We just forgot the rule up until the very end. The first person to get out gets out for free. So had I gotten out first, she would have been screwed over, right? Because we both kind of forgot about it. And we didn't house rule. What we really did was she said, well, walk back your last turn.
Sure.
And then instead of the 5 turns that I got to do, I got to do 3 turns. And the 3 turns were just like, oh my God, I'll go over here and get shot at more and get my $5 and get out the door, instead of the awesome thing I had been building up the whole game.
Sure. But I find it amusing that your answer to the punch to the gut is, well, next time we play, we're going to house rule it. When you're so anti-house rule.
Well, I said, next time we play, I'm not going to try it with the house rule. I'm going to try to remember, and not try, I will definitely remember. But
do or do
I'll
not.
remember, keep it all to the side, try to experience it that way. Okay. However, if I take this to a group to play, there's no way I want anybody to experience that. I mean, player elimination is good or okay for certain, like there's a spectrum, right? Everybody kind of accepts it along the level. This is the very worst scenario of a player elimination, where it's at the end of like a 2.5 player game,
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I might actually go to house rule on that.
Like I said before, for me, if it makes the experience more enjoyable, then why not? Like, I understand that it was designed a specific way, but at the end of the day, we say not every game is for everybody. So if a game is not necessarily 100% for you, but with one tweak, it becomes something that you really enjoy, why not? Like, I don't understand why people get so bent out of shape about it, because to me, it's like, if it's the difference between me selling the game, but if it's if it's between me getting rid of the game or tweaking one thing and keeping it, wouldn't you prefer I keep it and I keep playing it? I don't know. Like, it's,
when you said that, it really comes down to just having an experience and stuff. You were right. I agreed. I was like, I mean, I need to calm down on the house ruling thing a little bit and agree with that. It's just that a lot of the reason why I feel that way is because I've had people come up to me and say, hey, I played your game once. I didn't like this part, so I changed this. And then isn't that a good idea? Kind of feel. And I'm like, well, you understand that breaks this thing over here, right? And they go, oh, no, probably not. I'm like, no, it does. I guarantee you it does. Trust me, it does. And they're like, oh, well, it's fine. And then they walk away. I'm like it just feels like they're playing a game I didn't design.
Right. I could see that. I could see that point.
But I mean, there's plenty of stuff. Like I had somebody once tell me, like in Troubles, they do a thing where you could draw 2 riffraff cards and pick which one you want because they don't like how swingy it is. That's not that big a deal. It won't break anything. If everybody's doing it equally, sure. I'm okay with house rules like that. But it's when it's like, oh, we don't allow bumping in our game. That's the game. Like, you're not playing
Yeah, if it's
troubles if you're
something
not bumping.
major,
And I
yeah.
had someone tell me that. They were
Yeah.
like, we don't like bumping. We like blocking, so we just don't do that. I was like, all right, we'll just go play any other worker placement game because that's the whole point of that game. Not the whole.
So, to Katia's point, though, if that makes that group have fun with your game, then what's the difference?
And that's what I'm learning here. That's what I feel like I'm
I
starting
mean,
to learn.
I could see where it can perhaps become problematic if, for example, someone takes, his game Trouble and brings it to a group, teaches it with the variation, and then it doesn't work, like you said, right? And then people go on BGG and rate it, and it's like, this game, and then that, unfortunately, that happens. So
Sure.
I could see how that becomes an issue, but yeah, like
Yeah.
if, as long as I think everybody understands that, oh well, we normally tweak this, how, and that's the thing is, we would be the kind of people who to say, do you want to play it with, the variant that we normally play, or do you want to play the game as is? Because
Right.
in Raiders with the expansion, the one with the extra board and the beer, we normally do something about sliding the cards just so that it cycles a little bit faster.
Mm.
But I mean, if we were to teach somebody the game, we'd probably play the way it's supposed to be played. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just something that people have to keep in mind. But yeah, like I think if it's a difference between somebody reselling your game or keeping it because they like it, it's
Yeah, I mean, you're right. In the end, it really is like when people come up to you at a convention and go, "Oh, I love your game." That's like, "Oh, I got to go make more games." Automatically, you feel like that, and that's why you do it, right? So, because you're creating great experiences. So you're right. I'm trying to look at it better that way. Um, it's just irksome whenever, like what you said, they take it to a group. I think you're a rarity in the case that you wouldn't play it the way you normally play it with your house rules with new people, though. I know a lot of people that won't even tell you it's a house rule. It's just like, yep, this is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. I mean,
yeah,
that's
no,
how.
I would definitely have to point out that
Yeah.
this isn't, yeah, this is a house rule because we've found that it works better or that it speeds up the game a little bit, or like I can't just not point that out. Like,
That's great. I think everybody should, even if you want to say it really is better with this house rule. So if you don't mind, we'll do this, and then long as you warn them. But you're right. I think a lot of times people might just like take that game, show it to a new person, and to be like, man, this isn't great at all. And you're like, you didn't experience my game. You experienced their weird version of my game.
mhm.
So I don't know. I don't care if you dislike my game, just dislike my game, not somebody's weird
Right.
strange version of it. But you're right. There's a degrees of house ruling and stuff. In this case, I know for a fact that it wouldn't break anything if I just said everybody gets the score at the end of escape plan.
Mhm.
But you're minus, the 10 points that you're supposed to be getting out.
And do you think that, so is that 10 points? Because you said that Aaron really like crushed you in the scoring, but had it been a closer game, do you think that $10 is gonna really affect the, and yeah, so maybe like you were saying, maybe bump it up to like 50 or something. Like you might have to sort of make it a bit more proportional.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even mind doing that or making it 100 or something crazy like that. But um, I don't. I think that their idea was that there should be some kind of chance of you getting arrested because thematically you're
Mhm.
trying to escape the city. And the first person out is they're not doing as many actions, so they get out for free. But everybody else, they might get arrested. I think that was the direction of that design. It's a Lacerda game, so I'm guessing his design. Um, and I don't think that the $10 amount because it is so small, and the overall scoring was really what it was supposed to do. I think it was supposed to like basically keep everybody from having, really awesome turns at the end of the game, I guess. I don't know. I just don't understand why that would be. I understand like thematically what happened. I just don't understand why someone would play and then see. I imagine they did plenty of playtests where somebody didn't get the score and would see that person's experience of, oh, I got player eliminated after a 2-hour game, and not go, oh, we shouldn't have that in the game.
Yeah, that's rough.
How was the AI in the game? Because you said you guys played 2 players, and is it Sandra?
Yeah.
Does it work well?
It was okay. It was unobtrusive. I'll put it that way. So, like as far as rules go and stuff, it was. We'd be like, oh yeah, she needs to go. You draw a card or a couple cards in it, and then you do the thing, and then you move on, kind of thing.
Okay.
It just made certain like, oh, she went to the spot I want to go to. Of course, every bot that I ever play with is messing with me than anybody else. That's how it feels, right? But yeah, she goes where you want to go, and then she goes for the next place you want to go, and all that stuff. But that's fine. It could have happened if it was third player and all. Yeah, I know. Before I even started, I complained in our Discord about there being a bot. I hate bots for 2-player games.
I'm not huge on bots either. Like I remember we played Dungeon Pets a couple times, and I really like the game, but it annoys me that there's bots there in the game. So I think the game is going to play better with 3 players or 4 players, but we just haven't had the chance since. But yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, it feels weird, and you have zero control over where they're going to go, and it might not have happened if it wasn't a real player. So it's kind of but it is.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part about it is that with real players, you could go, oh well, I know they need to do that, so they're probably going over there. But if it's just a card that gets drawn, they're just randomly running. You might as well be playing with a crazy person. You can't guess what they're going to do with their turn, right? But I mean, I don't mind that bots exist for 2 players. I just mind that the botses don't warn you. Like, put a little asterisk next to the 2, just to let me know. I think that needs to start to become a standard.
So, if you had the chance to play a 2-player game of Escape Plan or Oath, which would it be?
Well, I don't get to play Oath because the rules say I can't play Oath because I can only play with 2 players, and it says don't play your first game with 2 players. So I don't get to play the game. I'm just out that money. So I guess it's Escape Plan.
Interesting.
I'm still bitter about it, yes. I'm still bitter about that rule.
He just wanted to poke you with that.
I know.
I'm not asking you on purpose or anything.
I'm feeling it too. I don't know what I'm going to do about Oath. Seriously, I think I'm going to have to wait till a convention and play it with some people. Maybe someone can teach me, and then when I come home, I'll have the game and I can take it to a group and stuff. For those that don't know, I forgot we're on a show. For those that don't know, when I get a game, Aaron, my partner, and I, we learn it, and then we take it to our group. We don't learn it at the group because that would just never get played. So we play a game of it first and then take it there. And we can't do that with Oath because it says not to play your first game with 2 players. So,
can you play it as a 2-player game though? Like, forget the rules. Could you house rule it and play it as a 2-player game?
Well, the rules say if you play 2-player, you have to play with a bot. And it says if the next sentence is like, if this is your first game, don't play it with the bot. So that doesn't give me much confidence in playing with the bot at all.
But is that like a game playing, like, if this is your first time playing, don't play with all of this cool shit? But if you're a gamer, all that cool shit should just go in the beginning game anyway, because we're gamers and we understand how games work.
I don't think so. I think that they know that it's a bad experience with the bot.
But then
Just
that
like
shouldn't
they
be
know
a
that.
code. Like that shouldn't even be a possibility. Like it is the game rated 2 players to.
It's rated like 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 or something like that. Yeah, because
That's
there's a
weird.
solo, right? Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah, I just if they knew in the rules, I mean, if they know so well that you shouldn't play your first player with the bot as a 2-player game, and they put it in the rules, they should also kind of put the asterisk by the 1 to whatever player, 5 or 6 players it is.
Hmm.
Just so and normally, I mean, I know it's on me. It was a Kickstarter. I should have looked and read more. I had access to the rule book, I'm sure. All of that was there, sure. But they were Leader Games was, they had hit the mark for me so well that they were instant back. And that actually shook my instant back. I don't think I'm going to instant back anything anymore. With
You know what you should instant back? That calendar we were talking about.
I'm already there. You don't have to sell me, but yeah.
Well, not just you, but the people that are watching.
Right. Board games, it's just kind of what's the word? I don't know. Made me feel like I can't trust the instant back feeling anymore, because maybe this is going to be the game that makes me, makes it to where I can't play a game for months at a time until a convention rolls around or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just that, like, don't play with this stuff if this is your first game, because they're trying to like ease you into the mechanisms, the turn order, and all that stuff. And then once you're experienced, you can add like Seasons. Have you played Seasons?
Yeah.
There's no reason you don't play with the advanced stuff. Like if you're a gamer and you play games, you'll be able to understand how the cards work. But they tell you if this is your first game, play with like these 30 cards. Okay, fine. It's a beginner experience. You get turn order. You get how the seasons go. You get how the dice works. Then once you feel comfortable, you can then take those out or just shuffle them or use these advanced cards. There's no reason why you can't hit the ground with the advanced cards if you're a gamer. Like if you're an experienced gamer, you'll be able to figure out how all of that stuff works right from the get-go.
Here's what Oath says. I have the wording right here because I took a picture to complain about it. It says, play your first game with 3 or 4 players in bold.
Okay.
Then it says, whether you're using the walkthrough or not, we strongly recommend this. So they've already told me, don't do it by 2 players. If you have more than 4, you'll want to pair up together, blah, blah, blah. So it really should just be a 3 to 4 player game, honestly. If you want to play Oath with 2 players, we recommend adding the Clockwork Prince automated player, but we do not recommend using this for your first play. That's 3 times they've told me not to play it 2 player.
Wait, they recommend you put in the bot, but you don't have to put in the bot? Like, we recommend you play with the bot if you're playing 2 player, but you don't have to.
If you want to play Oath with 2 players,
we recommend
adding the Clockwork Prince. Yeah.
But it's a recommendation, right? Just like all rules and rule books are this is how you should play the game. But if you want to throw out you get arrested at the end of 3 hours of escape plan, you can do that and make your own rule of it. Like a recommendation is a recommendation. Right.
But I mean, at some point, if the rule book tells you 3 times in a row, don't play this as a 2-player game, do I want to even attempt that? It's a huge rule book. It's a long game. I'm not going to waste another Saturday on an experience like that.
Yeah.
I understand the caution. I'm interested to see if it's one of those, hey, don't do this because you might not be an experienced gamer and we want you to have a good experience. But since you're an experienced gamer, you should be able to figure that game out with the bot because you're an experienced gamer.
Well, if that's the case, then I alter my complaint to they should have said that. But okay. I don't. The way they have it worded, I don't think so. But
okay.
Either way, I'm just gonna have to wait. Didn't need to back it, I guess.
We'll just bring it with you in November. We'll play it.
Yeah. Well, you don't have it? Surprised. You have everything.
I don't have everything, contrary to popular belief.
I mean, you haven't played anything, but you have everything.
I don't play. I have a lot. I don't play.
Well, that's a lot of negativity.
Love it.
Oh,
No,
oh,
no,
no.
it's healthy discussions. Not everything is, rainbows and cotton candy.
I appreciate that. I actually like. I do want to reiterate. I am going to play Escape Plan again because 95% of it I enjoyed it up till that end part, right? And then it just like, and maybe that's why it hit so hard because I was enjoying it until that part. If I was hating it all the way through, and then at the end that happened, I'd be like, yeah, just throw this away. Don't need that. But yeah, I maybe it hurts more when I feel like it's hurt a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how your planning will be from turn to turn, knowing that end thing, that end trigger is there.
Yeah, I already know what it is. I just put $10 aside and don't spend it.
Okay.
But why have that in the game? Is my question.
Sure. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Anybody playing this game, if you remember that rule, which you would after my experience, then that's what you do. You put $10 on the side. You don't spend it. Just why have it? I don't understand. If everybody's going to not spend $10, then you just take that rule out.
So you've heard it here first. The full 42, Chris's hot tip: just keep $10 aside when you play the game, and that should make the game look better.
I mean, basically. I'm going to try it before house rule. Yeah.
Are you going to try it by next Monday?
I don't know.
Okay.
I might need a week or two to get past the,
I just keep fanning the flames, man.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll give a report back whenever I do it a second time.
Okay. Okay.
So why don't we do something a little more fun and not do that because we didn't
I don't want to speak for Katia, but this was super fun.
Oh, just hearing about my awful time.
I've been looking forward to this one.
Great.
I was worried. I was worried that you hated the game, and I was like, oh no, because I haven't. Yeah, like mine's still in shrink, and well, that's not true. I had to open it for parts, but it's unplayed.
I don't have any game in shrink.
Wasn't that part of your giveaway?
Yes, but that's a second copy.
Right, but Escape Plan was in the 4 that you were giving away, right?
I think so. No, it's not. No, it's Lisboa on Mars, Mercado de Lisboa, and the Galleries, I think. I'd have to check again.
Oh, and that is one thing. This was my first Lacerda game ever. So that's the first experience I had.
Okay, well, that sounds very different from the one I played recently, which was Mercado de Lisboa. That one was, but I think it's a co-design. It's a much lighter game, quick, simple. Yeah.
I don't mind. I like lighter games. I like heavier games. Omniplayer. But I guess I'll just be more cautious in reading rules before I dive in head first. Like if I see a rule that looks like some kind of player elimination at the end, I'm just gonna have to remember to keep the $10 or whatever it is. It's gonna become a saying. Keep the $10. All right. So you guys feel like playing a game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we move on, how are the Canadians doing? I know you're watching it over there.
No, I'm not. I'm on the show. I'm not watching my hockey game.
I thought maybe it was on the background.
No, because then it would have been flashing. Like the TV's right there behind us, and it's pretty big, so it would have been creating like glare. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how they're doing, but I'm nervous.
That's hockey? Hockey you're talking about?
Yeah, it's just sport hockey. It's been around for a minute.
I've been to a hockey game once.
Dallas Stars?
They're actually kind of fun.
They are fun.
I don't mind watching sports really whenever I'm actually physically there because you're there with friends and you're eating hot dogs or whatever you're doing, and there's an activity and stuff. But I'll never really get into sports on TV. But whatever makes people happy, enjoy it.
Hockey makes us happy.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm happy it makes you happy.
Except we don't root for the same team.
Oh, then that's even better.
Same colors though. They're both red, white, and blue. But yeah.
They don't have to have different colors?
No. I'm just saying it's different teams, same colors.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like the different teams don't have to have different colors?
No, your Dallas Stars are green and white. Their alternates are black with this neon green.
My Dallas Stars?
I mean, Dallas and Texas, whatever.
Oh. We have arrows or something like that.
The Houston Aeros, the AHL.
Yeah. That's the one I went to.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was like 20 years ago. But...
Yep. Laval Rockets, I think, are the Montreal. They're coming back.
What our home team is, like the club. No idea.
Yeah, the AHL. We got the Syracuse Crunch, part of the Tampa Bay Lightning. You have the Houston Aeros. They're part of the Dallas Stars. No. Are they?
I don't know. I'm getting bored. Let's move on to...
Everything else has been moved around, but yeah, hockey.
Sorry, Chris.
That's all right. Let's move on to our game. We're going to play okay, so I'm messing up a game. Talking about house ruling, right? But when you do stuff like this, you kind of have to do it. But there's a game called Zero. Here we go. Zero. This is an older one that I think we got from like Target or something like that. Mass market. But basically it's kind of reverse Family Feud. So I'll ask something here. I'll ask a temporary one. So what I'll do is I'll say, let's have Mike go first. Name a movie from the 1990s that won Best Picture Oscar. This is just the example, so don't worry about it. However, you are trying to pick.
Look at the comments. Look at the comments. I mean, what? He's a Toronto fan. Okay.
Oh, that's funny.
We made sure that the camera was high enough that you didn't see the whole logo. So don't worry about it, Daryl.
Sorry, Daryl.
Here, I'll make him happy.
That's funny.
Just I can't move it down here, but just pretend Tavares is playing. All right, never mind.
Sorry,
all right, where was I? Oh, okay. So I'll ask you to name a movie that won the Oscar in the 1990s, right? And what you were trying to do is pick the least picked answer. So they asked like 100 people, basically. So you're trying to pick the rarest answer. So this is just the example one. I didn't expect you guys to do real well at this, but what would you pick, just out of curiosity?
I have no answer. That's even on the radar of Oscars in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's the example. So the most highest picked one was Titanic. Second one was Forrest Gump. The best one you could have picked was Shakespeare in Love.
Oh, that's a good one. Damn it.
So would have never picked that.
However, I forgot that even existed. However, I've tried to pick ones that you guys will have more chance at, picking here. And if both of you I have no idea, I'll just throw the card out. Doesn't matter. So you are trying to. There's actually this little board. I'm not going to let you guys keep track here, but I'm going to put your pieces on here. Where we go? Yeah. So if you pick a answer that has like 80 people picked it, I'm going to move you 8 spaces. And if you picked something that only 20 people picked, I'm going to move you 2 spaces. First person to leave the board loses.
Oh, okay.
Wait. If we're the second person to leave the board, can we just spend $10 and still make it out?
All right. I'm going to make sure that I pick some of these that Mike won't know. All right. Look at that. Ghost? Did Ghost win? Actually, I wonder. Ghost did not win the Oscars.
Well, Whoopi did for her role in that.
You're right. She got supporting actress.
Yeah, she did.
And deserved, too.
Yeah. Oh, that was an amazing.
Driving Miss Daisy? Was that one? It's not on here. Not all of them are, though. There's only... Oh, all of them are, actually. Yeah.
That's a liar.
Dances with Wolves, Schindler's List, Silence of the Lambs, Unforgiven.
Oh, man. Dances with Wolves. I've watched that like 1,000,000 times.
American Beauty, Braveheart, English Patient. Oh, it's an awful movie.
Braveheart was 90s. Wow.
Yeah.
That was late
95.
80s.
So, all right.
All right.
First one. Let me see. I'm going to randomly choose which one of you goes first. Who wants high? Who wants low?
I'll go low.
Okay. I rolled a 6, so Katia is going to answer first. You guys won't have to write anything.
Oh, are we writing this down?
No. You don't have to write anything.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right.
see him ready with paper and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know.
I might come up with some answers. I don't want to board them out.
I'm keeping score here. All right. Katia, name and remember you want the least picked.
Yeah.
A planet in our solar system. I'm looking to see what year, in case that matters.
I'm going to go with Uranus.
Okay. Mike?
I have so many comments.
2011.
I just don't think that's the one people would pick first.
Of course they're going to pick that one first because...
No, they're not.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Mars is first.
Daryl's asking if Pluto's included. I know the game was 2011. I don't know. I haven't looked at the answers. So.
Yeah, Pluto's been adopted and then shunned and then adopted again and then shunned again. I'm going to say Neptune.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right, so the one that was picked the most was Mars.
Of course.
After that was Earth. I guess people forgot we were in the solar system. Then Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, Uranus, Venus, Neptune. So Mike, unfortunately, 70 people still said Neptune. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 80 people said Uranus. So
see, I wasn't that far off.
not far off. No,
It's garbage.
not that big of a win. I
What's
guess.
garbage is the amount of trash talk that's coming from you. When I'm only off by 1 point.
I'm just saying Uranus is probably... I'm surprised that it was so low on the list. Just because of the jokes.
I guess Pluto wasn't there.
I guess not.
Corey was saying Neptune. He would have done pretty well. I should put that on the board. It's too much track. All right. You guys tell me if you're good at if this one's something you could actually do. The main character, name a main character. Sorry. Let me say who goes first. It is Mike. You're going to go first. Whoever's doing the best goes first.
Great.
Or wait, that'd be the other way around, right? Whoever's doing the worst should go first.
Correct.
Normally.
Whoever's got the lowest score should go first.
Yeah, because you don't want to lock them out. Yeah.
Right.
So, Katia, you're going to go first.
All right.
A main character from TV's The Addams Family.
Can we not say the same answer either? Like if Katia says...
You can't say the same answer.
Okay.
I never watched the show.
Yeah, how you feeling, Mike? Should it be out?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I have an answer.
I know one character, I think.
That might have
And
to be
it's
the one you say
probably
then.
the most popular one. I was
Maybe.
going to say Wednesday.
Okay.
Is that her name?
Yep. That's a character.
I
Mike?
would go.
The only one I know.
I would go with her brother Pugsley.
You know what? The first one everybody picked, I would have said Wednesday was the most popular too, but it is not.
Lurch.
So the first one everybody picked was Morticia.
Oh.
Is that the mom?
Yeah.
Then Cousin It. Everybody remembers Cousin It, I guess, the big hairy guy. Gomez, Lurch, Uncle Fester, then Wednesday, then Pugsley, then Thing, then Grandma. So you guys, again, are only 1 point difference.
Not too
Wait.
shabby.
Who was the worst one or the lowest one? The grandma?
The grandmama.
Oh, that's even all right.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
So I've only seen a little bit of it when I was a kid, but actually I saw the movie, the 3D movie recently. It's actually good. It was good. Okay, so Wednesday, Katia goes up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mike only goes up 4. So now there's a 2-point difference. You'll catch
I'll
up.
catch up.
Okay. Oh, I read that wrong. Let's not do that one. Unless you guys are authorities on the Scarlet Pumpernickel.
No.
Okay. The what now?
Exactly. Okay.
I think it's a red tinted bread.
I think this one's a fair one. Katia, you're answering first. One of the 6 Star Wars movies.
First of all, I call bullshit on the 6 Star Wars movies, but that's fine.
2011.
Fine.
So the least picked.
Hang on. I gotta go through them. I'm terrible with titles, and you gotta remember that
You could just say the episode.
I watched these in French when I was a kid, so I need to know what they're called in English. Just give me a sec.
You could say what it is in French if you want.
I won't know. A New Hope.
Okay.
Maybe?
And Mike?
We're going with the least picked, not the least memorable, correct?
Least picked. Might be the same thing.
The crowd is saying Attack of the Clones, but I'm going to say Revenge of the Sith.
Okay, so the first one picked at 10 points is A New Hope.
Damn it! No, it should have been Return of the Jedi. What?
That's the second one.
Fuzzy teddy bears? Come on.
Return of the Jedi is the second one picked.
Oh, man.
Third one's Empire Strikes Back. Next one is Phantom Menace. And next one's Attack of the Clones, and the last one is Revenge of the Sith.
Thank you.
Mike only goes up 3 points. Katia goes up 10 points.
Woo-hoo. That's a big one.
There's a little bit of a difference there.
Okay, avert your eyes.
Wow.
I was just about to say, let me wait, was that towards Mike or me?
I'm not sure.
I believe you were saying episode
maybe
1.
A little bit of both.
I was about to adjust these here, but maybe not.
I'm pretty sure she was just suggesting that episode 1 should have been higher on the list.
Probably what that meant, yeah.
You guys suck.
Peter, of course you missed the rant.
Yeah.
It was like a good 30, 35 minutes of Chris just...
You'll have to catch up later.
Loves the game.
All right, let's do... Oh, here we go. It's a component question.
Wait, what's the score?
Katia, I don't know. You're ahead a little bit. Katia, you're answering first. Name a ship in the board game Battleship.
I don't know what they're called.
It's a component. I don't know.
I'm going to go with... Oh, I don't know. The submarine one? There's a submarine one, right?
Yep. That's one of the picks. Mike?
I would say the carrier.
No, that's the most popular one.
The only one I got.
So the first one, obviously, is Battleship. The second one is the aircraft carrier. After that is submarine.
Okay, well, hey, I caught up 1 point.
Then destroyer, cruiser, and patrol boat. So, Mike, you move up 6.
Does the littlest one
Katia moves up 5.
Johnny said the littlest one. If I had said the littlest one, would that have counted?
No, it's the patrol boat is the littlest one. That is 0 points. No moving.
Oof. Okay, I'm still good. What a question to fail at with only 1 point difference, so I'm fine with that.
Oh, man. Okay, this is, well, let's see how you guys do on this. Just to reiterate, if you just came in, they are trying to pick the least likely one of these categories.
Yeah, Donnie, I'm with you. I think it's weighted, but we'll see what happens at the end.
All right. Katia, you're still first. A movie directed by Tim Burton that features Johnny Depp.
Whew.
And remember, this goes up to 2011 if that helps.
Yeah, no.
Well, there's a lot.
Yeah, there is.
Is there? Because I can only think of 2, and they're probably the most 2 popular ones.
There are 9 on this list.
What? Okay, hold on. I don't know. I gotta go with Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Great movie. I don't know if I want to go live action or if I want to go animated.
Oh man, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
You
2000.
gotta answer before the chat cheats for you and gives you.
Yeah,
answers.
I was gonna say this is kind of like.
I'm gonna say Sweeney Todd.
Okay.
I think
So,
it was before
The first one. Can you guys maybe guess what the first one would have been?
Yeah, Edward
Scissorhands.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. 1990 movie. Here.
Daryl, I was going with you on Corpse Bride, but
Alice in Wonderland is number 2. So, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is 3.
figured that
Oh, sorry. There's actually 8 here. I just didn't see it double. Corpse Bride is next. Sweeney Todd is after that. Then Sleepy Hollow. Then Ed Wood. And there are 3-point differences between the two. So Katia only moves up 1.
you're making this shit.
Moves up 3.
Nope.
No. These skip ahead.
Look
Oh,
at
you're
that.
still ahead. Look at that complaining. He's 5 points ahead.
Right.
I think the point system is being fabricated because it's not on screen and we can't see it.
Show us the
All
card.
right. Okay. Here's one where I get to shame both of you.
Corey, Pirates wasn't Tim Burton.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay. Here's one where I get to shame both of you. One of the 7 main characters on the original Star Trek show.
I've never. Oh my god. I've never
I know.
watched Star Trek.
You're both going to
Ever.
be in trouble.
One of the 7?
I'm just shaming you both. That's all.
Wait, who's going first?
Katia.
I don't know, the dude with the ears.
Dude, I can guarantee you it does not say dude with the ears on the back of this
I
card.
don't know what his name.
All right. I'm just messing with you. Neither one of you are going to know this.
Hold on. Wait.
I'm
Wait.
in this.
I can do this.
I'm giving you
What
an out.
about? Oh wait, you said the original.
The original.
So that means that Will Wheaton was not in there, right?
No.
Okay. So then,
That was
yeah,
Next Generation.
I'm gonna go with the dude with the pointy ears. I don't know his name, man.
Yeah, I can throw this out.
Yeah, I would.
No, I'm in this one. I'm only missing 2 of the original 7.
Are you looking it up?
No, he's
Writing it
writing them down. He's writing them down.
Told you probably need paper.
That's so unfair. Well, okay, I'll go with Uhura.
All right, that's a good one. All right, who do you go with, Mike?
All right, hold on. What does that character look like? Could you describe that character?
You're not running this game.
It wears like a space outfit.
It? Did you say it?
Stop harassing our guest.
I mean, because Uhura is taken, I'll go with Scotty.
Scotty's number 1. I'm kidding. He's not. So Spock, also known as the dude with the ears,
Oh,
would
that's
be the
his
first
name. Oh, see, and I kind of knew that, but I couldn't remember.
one. Then it goes Captain Kirk. Then Scott. Then Bones. I would have thought Bones before Scotty, actually. Then Uhura. Then Chekhov. Then
Right.
Sulu. What?
It's not Bones, it's McCoy.
Right.
Okay,
It's Dr. Bones McCoy.
I'm just saying.
It's actually Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy. But yeah. Okay. So, shame on you. You should both watch Star Trek. Let's see. You picked Scott, so Mike goes up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she picked Uhura, which only goes up 4.
Look at that. I'm catching up.
Yep, only 4 points difference. So you
Right.
can see how they, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, but they basically skipped sometimes. It went from 90 to 80 to 60 to 50, 40, 30.
And the rules are whatever the first digit is how many you go up, or is that
Yeah.
something you just made up?
No. That's the rules, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that
So we're
was just
probably only like 3 points apart now, right?
4 points. All right. Let's see. Are you guys good with the Jungle Book? Nope. Throw that out. What about? That's kind of a. All right. How about this? Katia is still going first. One of the 10 most spoken languages in the world.
And we're looking for the least of
The
the.
least of those 10.
The least of those 10, yes. Wow.
Can I like have a minute here to write some stuff down?
I mean, Mike's writing stuff down.
Right?
I wasn't told we couldn't.
He is.
Daryl is correct. Chekhov was not in season 1.
Mhm.
However, he was still technically on the Enterprise because in Space Seed, which was season 1, Khan Noonien Singh was there, and later on in Star Trek 2, he recognized Chekhov. So
Okay, you know what? I gotta go with my my first language. I'm going with French.
all right.
I'm going to say Portuguese.
Okay. So the first one is Chinese. Second one's English. Then it goes Spanish, Arabic, German, Russian, Hindi, Japanese, Portuguese, and Bengali.
Oh, so I'm not even on the board.
French isn't even on the board, so that's 10 points that you move up.
What?
But that's okay because you put 10 points aside at the beginning of the game, right?
And unfortunately, Mike picked a good one, Portuguese, at 3 points.
Okay, so I feel like you really didn't explain the part about us moving us moving 10 if we pick something that's not on the list. Did I miss
Right.
that altogether?
Right. If you're not on the list at all, then it's just the most points you can get on the card, which is 10. However, if you had picked Chinese or English,
Right?
it would
Yeah,
have
me
been 10
too.
as well.
I'm surprised that French isn't in there.
Yeah, especially with Canada, right?
Well, this is 2011. In 2012, it just super populated, so I guess it grew.
Yeah, Corey's also surprised.
Brutal.
I know. I was surprised. I tried to keep the surprise off my list when I was going down there looking for
Oh,
French.
this is so bad.
What, you're drinking or the game?
You beating me at this game.
Katia, how good are you with Scooby-Doo?
Not at all. I've never watched it.
Ever?
No.
How about chess?
Like,
You know chess?
sure.
It's game related. You have to ask it.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Sure.
All right. Name a chess piece. The least liked.
I'm gonna go with the. Wait, you said the least liked?
The least said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the rook.
Okay. Also known as the castle.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Corey on that one with Bishop.
Bishop, yeah, it's one of the two. One of the two's got to be at the bottom.
So the first one is the king, which is actually surprising. I always think of the queen
The
first.
queen, yeah.
After
Yeah.
that is the knight, then the queen, then the rook, then the pawn, then the bishop.
Mm.
It's
only 2
I hate
points
this
difference.
game.
It's only 2 points difference, though.
Yeah, well, still, I'm at like 17 difference now.
You just have to win by one, though, right? Like,
I'm probably going off the board
13.
soon.
13 points. No, you still got a little ways. All right. Let's see. Fan of The Simpsons?
Yes.
Okay. Name an immediate member of the Simpsons family.
But there's not even 10.
No, there are actually 5 on this list.
All right, I'm going with immediate, meaning like, yeah, okay, so just them. So I'm going with Maggie.
Okay, Mike?
You said there's 5 on the list?
Yep.
So they don't count the animals as immediate family members.
No, it's just the main characters, basically. Just pick one.
Maggie's a good one.
I know it is.
I'll go with Marge.
Yeah, that would have been, yeah.
So first one, you could probably guess the first one.
Bart?
Bart.
Homer.
Then Homer. Then Marge.
Yeah.
Then Lisa. Then Maggie.
Yes.
With a difference of 3 points.
Good.
So Mike going up 3.
That was tough. Yeah, Donnie, I was going with you on that one. Santa's Little Helper. But
Yeah.
apparently animals are not part of immediate families. So
Yeah, but the cat Snowball is even less known. So you would have probably still lost that.
would you have picked Snowball?
Yeah.
Now you would have. Now
This one's a Batman one. That's not fair.
Mm!
Yeah, but I'm losing.
Yeah, that's not.
Like
It's okay.
like,
No, go for it. Ask it.
I'll ask it, but not score it for fun. Want to do that?
I just want to know what the question is. We don't have to answer it.
An actor who has played Batman in movies only.
Oh, come on.
Val Kilmer.
Second one. Surprisingly.
What?
Val,
know.
the second one.
I know.
That's
I would have
insane.
thought that was near the bottom.
Right?
Wow.
Thank God we're not scoring this one.
I know. What would you have picked?
If not Val, I would have went with Clooney.
Fourth one. Christian Bale's the third one. Michael Keaton's the first. Then Adam West.
Right.
And then Robert Lowry and Lewis Wilson.
Like the
Didn't you
early.
but didn't you say it was movie only and not TV show? So why is
Adam West was in a Batman and Robin movie.
Yeah, there was a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but-
did a movie.
Right,
That's
but
the
they
one with
also
the shark.
did a show.
They had a show too, yeah.
Right,
they
but
also
I thought it was movie only. Anyways.
Yeah, I understand
Just
the Yeah, I
scoring
understand.
that
They
one.
shouldn't have put movie only because,
Yeah, Peter. 2011 is the game, so Affleck wouldn't be on that.
that's true.
But Daryl nailed Lowry.
Wow.
Well,
Look at
yeah, that's after we named them all.
We're on a slight time delay.
Calling you
All
out,
right.
Daryl.
How about this one?
Hey, I gotta defend myself. He just, he said a comment about my jersey.
The red jersey. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. How about this one? One of the 8 toys in Toy Story from 1995.
Oh, okay.
One of the 8. There's
Yeah,
way more
basically
than
the first movie.
But there's way more than 8 toys.
Yeah, I guess. They say the 8 main toys in Toy Story.
It's like the 5 immediate family members of The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Okay,
basically.
hold on.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with I forget her name, the sheep, the lady with she's got a cane thing and she's got a sheep with her.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna need a name.
Bo Peep, is that what she's called?
All right.
That's the one. That's who I'm going with.
All right. Mike, who are you going with?
All right. So Bo Peep is crossed off. I'll go with Slinky Dog.
Oh,
All right. So, what do you think the first one is?
All right, Woody or Buzz?
Woody.
It's Buzz Lightyear first, and then Woody.
Okay.
I would have gone Woody first. Too.
And then
Then
Mr. Potato Head is going to be in there.
Mr. Potato Head is
Dinosaur is going to
next.
be in there.
Slinky Dog is after that.
Dinosaur is not the name.
T-Rex, whatever.
It's Rex.
Rex is after Slinky Dog.
Slinky Dog is that high up?
Yeah. Then Bo Peep. Then Ham. Then Sergeant.
Oh, okay.
Would not have remembered Sergeant.
Oh,
So-
yeah, the little green dudes.
Yep.
The little
Another
army dudes.
2-point difference.
Ugh, this slow climb back up, man.
There is now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 points difference between you guys.
Okay, so you really have to tank it on the
Still
one.
can happen.
Could happen.
Let's see. Oh man, you guys know anything about Peter Pan?
Little.
As much as the Jungle Book.
Yeah, let me throw that out. How about? Oh, here we go. A country that begins with I.
Is there 10 on there?
There's 8 on here. There you go. Man, Daryl would be good at this game.
I thought Peter was a Blackhawks fan. He's going Go Kings?
Oh, yeah, I'm going with Indonesia.
Okay.
Because I can only think of like 4 other ones, and I think they're above that. So,
Mike?
I was going with Indonesia. Israel? Maybe Israel. Iran, Iraq. 2011. Iceland.
Wow.
admit.
This list feels upside down. So, except for India is the first choice, obviously. That's the first thing that popped in my head. Indonesia is the second choice.
What the?
Well, I mean, you both thought it too, right?
I hate this game.
Iceland is next.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Italy, Iran, Iraq, then Ireland. At the very bottom, Israel.
Wow, I thought Israel would have been up top.
You should have. Picked
I agree.
Israel. You said it too.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
thought Italy was going to be second.
So
Right after
only 1
India.
point difference between you guys.
As long as I stay under. On
Hey, I
top?
thought it was. When
Under?
I heard you say Indonesia second, I thought I was blowing it again. Damn.
Yeah, he was right below you. So, all right.
Okay.
How about let's see another geeky one that maybe I can shame you guys about. A book in the Harry Potter series?
Oh, kill me.
No, not a Harry Potter fan.
I've watched the movies, but I
The same
again, I'm
names.
stuck with titles.
I'll throw it out. All right. How about we got 4 more cards, so no more throwing out.
Can you go back to the Harry Potter one if there's another one that really sucks?
Yeah. Okay. I'll pull it back out if there's one you really want to do.
It's a maybe.
A Steven Spielberg movie nominated for Best Picture or Director of Oscar.
Oh my God.
You want
Oh
the
my
Harry
God.
Potter one back, don't you?
Yeah. Oh.
Prior to 2011.
And it says nominated, not won.
Nominated for Best Picture or Best Director. Oscar, yeah. So just a really good one. Just pick a good one.
I don't know. Jesus. Like I barely know what he made just because,
Yeah, this is a older person question, actually.
did he make E.T.?
Is that your answer?
Well, I'm asking if he made E.T.
Not sure I can answer that.
Yeah. Did he
Okay.
make that?
He did. It's on here.
Okay. So I'm going to pick that.
Mike?
That's going to give me 10 points. So
Not if it's on there. Spielberg nominated.
Nominated.
Yeah, I was going with E.T. Yeah.
I think you
Don't
should just go with Titanic.
If I miss it, though, it's 10 points. I don't like that.
Right? It's stressful.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. Oh, God. Goonies? I'll go with Goonies.
And that's 10 points to Mike. Unfortunately, the highest one picked is the ET.
Oh.
So that's 7 points. So 3-point game, though.
All right.
Not bad. The one after that is Schindler's List. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I believe Donnie said.
Yeah.
Yep. Then Saving Private Ryan, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Color Purple, Letters from Iwo Jima, and man, Daryl, you don't want to play this game against Daryl. He's been killing it.
He's Googling it.
All right, how about this one? One of the Flintstones, the Rubbles, or their main pets from the Flintstones.
Sorry, when you say so you said the Flintstone, then what?
One of the Flintstones, the Rubbles, or their main
Rubbles?
pets. Yeah, basically characters from the Flintstones.
Oh, okay. Is that the other family? The
Yeah.
Rebels? Again, I watched that in French. I don't know their names.
You can switch it out with the Harry Potter one if you want. Never even heard of that one.
Oh man. What was the name of the Pebble? The little girl?
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Pebble.
Okay, Mike.
I can't think of Barney's wife.
He's not allowed help from the crowd. He's winning.
Try not to look. Wilma. Nancy? Fuck. I'll go with Bam Bam and hope it's better than Pebbles.
It is better than Pebbles by 1 point.
Fine. Betty! Damn it.
How is it better than Pebbles? I don't know. Bam Bam was so iconic. Like,
So Fred Flintstone, then Pebbles, second one.
what?
Wilma
Who
Flintstone.
make these lists?
Bam Bam, Barney Rubble, Dino. I can't believe Dino's that low.
I can't believe Dino is so low.
Yeah.
Like,
Betty Rubble, and then here's one I don't even remember. Hoppy, which is the pet of the Rubbles.
Wait a minute. Bam Bam is 4 down from Pebbles, but it's only a 1 point difference.
Yeah, see, it's 10 points, 9 points, 9 points, 9 points, 9 points, 8 points, 8 points, 0 points.
Damn it.
Yeah, I said they're not like perfectly scored. It depends on how many people.
oh, somebody said it was the saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, I remember him. He got like locked out of the door in the intro, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of it, but
Hoppy. Weird. Okay. How about... Oof. Remember, you got Harry Potter to switch out if you want. A lyrical song in the Disney movie The Lion King.
oh God.
I got to stop myself from whistling or whatever.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's keep that one.
How many are on the list? 3?
5. I would not have remembered 4 of these, but when I read the
I know 3. I'm gonna go with the Circle of Life.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Mike?
Yeah, and Circle of Life seems like it's way too high, though.
You can't look at the comments.
Donnie agrees
Cheater.
with you.
I'm saying you with the Circle of
No.
Life. It's got to be way too high.
I don't care. Don't look at the comments
All right, fine.
because like people are naming them all. So
Yeah, Mike doesn't need help, commenters.
No, I feel like Akuna
Of course, there's a little delay. They're probably trying to help you out.
yeah, I don't know, man. The answers are coming in fast.
All right, Akuna Matata.
So the number 1 is Akuna Matata.
Damn it!
Of course it is. But the second one is Circle of Life.
Fuck.
That's fine.
Only 1 point difference.
That's fine.
I was debating between that one and The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and then I was
Not actually in there.
no.
Ooh.
Which is weird because they do actually sing it, don't they?
They do, and there should be
And it's lyrical.
weird.
Where is Can You Feel the Love?
It's the third one.
Okay, that was my other one.
And then after that is I Just Can't Wait to Be King.
Yep.
And then the last one is Be Prepared.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what My Lullaby is.
It was number 6, I'm sure.
Okay. So either we can go with this last one here and that'll be it, or we can add the Harry Potter back one in. So here's the
We'll see
last
how
one,
things go.
possibly. One of the 5 main female characters in The Wizard of Oz. Don't know The Wizard of Oz?
5 main female. Okay.
I've seen it once.
Wow. I don't even know who that is.
All right. I'm going to go with Wicked Witch of the West.
Okay. And who do you
I
go
don't
with?
stand a chance in this.
Who do you go with, Mike?
Don't look at the comments.
I'm not looking. Fun fact for those watching, L. Frank Baum was born in a town two towns over.
I did not help you out with this last card then, did I?
No.
I took a whole class on The Wizard of Oz, blah, blah, blah. So who's your pick, Mike?
Wait, are we talking book or are we talking like...
One of the 5, 1939. So I'm guessing movie. Just the fact that you said that is... I'm going to find a few more here that maybe...
All right, I'll go with Anti-M because there's no way it's...
Yeah, okay. Well, there's only 3 points there, but... so the first one is Dorothy. Second one is Wicked Witch of the West. Third one is Glinda. Then the fourth one is Aunt M. And the last one is Miss Gulch.
Oh, yeah, the one on the bike that steals Toto. It says Toto.
That's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Not that there's 2 different things.
In Kansas, she's that. Yeah, yeah. All right, well, it's only 3-point difference.
I'm okay with 3 points.
Still on the board, but you're close to the edge. So let me find a couple more.
Yes.
Let me find a couple more. Let's see here. How about... You know anything about baseball? I don't, but maybe you do.
I'm in.
No, you know more about baseball than I do, so.
I should bring that James Bond one back just for fun. Can't believe you guys don't watch James Bond.
I do watch James Bond.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, if you want to talk about like the model car he drives in a certain film, then probably not, but...
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you were about to say, that's all I know are the cars that he drives.
No.
Okay. Oh, no. But that's not fair. I'm not going to ask U.S. states. She's a Canadian.
I could still... I do it.
Probably better than most
Yeah,
Americans.
do it.
Rigged.
Seriously?
Yep.
All right. One of
I
the
feel more
5...
confident about that than Harry Potter.
Okay. One of the 5 largest states in the U.S.
Okay, well, I didn't know you were going to talk about size. Hang on.
Gonna start drawing the map.
I have 2 answers. If everyone-
Daryl wanted the baseball one.
I would love the baseball one. So another fun fact, Daryl was named Canadians' #1 baseball fan, if I'm correct.
Really? Huh.
What?
Yeah. He can talk about it.
Damn, Daryl?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Canadians' #1 or biggest baseball fan or whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Stop in the chat. What's your answer?
Hey, could you? I'm gonna go with I don't even know. Like this is probably not even good. California. Is that
It's on there?
Okay, it's on there. Woohoo!
So I think the right answer should be Alaska, but the most unanswered answer would be Montana.
So Montana's on there with a 4-point difference. 4-point difference, unfortunately, in Mike's favor.
What's number one?
Number 1 is Texas.
I knew that. I knew that much.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Alaska.
Alaska.
Number 3 is California, then Montana, then New Mexico.
And there's 4-point difference between those?
Yep.
That sucks.
10, 9, 9, 5, 10, then 1.
I'm going to say it
Yep,
again.
unfortunately. Interesting fact, I recently found out there are more people living in California than all of Canada.
Huh.
There you go.
Doesn't feel like it.
This is the full 42. You really learned something on this show.
That's right.
Kind of like what Daryl said. By Major League Baseball, he was, in 2013, Canada's biggest baseball fan.
That's crazy. Look at you, Daryl.
How about one that's closer to home for both of you? Name one of the 5 Great Lakes, U.S.
Why
I don't know why it says U.S., but
yeah. I thought that was a thing, is he?
we own those, I guess. I don't know.
I'm going to go with Ontario.
Mike?
I'm going to say Champlain.
That's not in there.
That is correct. It's not in there.
Ah!
That's 10 points Mike has to move. And Ontario is 6 points.
Ah.
Which is exactly what you needed to fall off the board, unfortunately. So even though Mike messed it up completely.
I tried to mess it up completely on
Yeah. So Michigan is first, then Erie, then Superior, then Ontario, then Huron. So you actually had the second to last.
Well, I tried.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
Yeah, this is a tough game.
I want that mug back.
No, my mug.
You don't deserve it.
Now, I will say a lot of these that I skipped over were stuff like U.S. presidents. There's a lot of U.S.-based stuff in this game, so not quite fair, but...
Like I said, I felt more confident about states than Harry Potter.
You know what? Let me ask the Harry Potter one just for fun.
Okay.
What was it again? It was, name a book. Can you even name any of the books?
Prisoners of Azkaban? I don't know. I don't know what that word is.
Azkaban?
Azkaban. That's the one I was
thinking. That was close.
I can't find the card. Hold on. What would you say, Mike?
I would have said Azkaban. 2011.
That's actually one of my favorite ones. So I don't think...
Well, that was the better director, right? Where it actually took a turn and started getting good, rather than like.
Right. That's why it's one of my better. It stops being like a kiddie movie thing.
I would say The Goblet of Fire.
That's a good one. Right after that, that's number 4. I can't find the card.
So we're not gonna know.
Mystery. I'll find the card.
Oh, he's gonna find it. Would you just throw him around the room?
Yeah, I was just like throwing them on my desk here. And then I started putting half of them up, so who knows? The world may never know. Let's see.
We're going to sit here and wait. And
see. Here we go. Oh, no. This is different. Oh, wow. That's an even harder Harry Potter one. A player position or type of ball in the Harry Potter game of Quidditch.
Nope.
Wow. Any guesses?
Nothing? I got nothing.
It's the Nope. I'm not even going to embarrass myself. Nope.
Golden Snitch is the little one that he's trying. Yeah. Seeker, Bulger, or Bludger. Sorry, Bulger is something different. Beater, Chaser, Keeper, Quaffle. Yeah, that sounds all British. There's an opposite one. One of the 5 smallest U.S. states. Again, a lot of this is U.S. based. That's not fair to her. That's fine.
Yeah, because see, the thing is, he had a question before we started playing when you were looking for stuff in your house there, and he tested a question on me, and I got the answer right, and it was Canada based.
That's true.
You could have asked me them. I wouldn't have said.
No, but he confirmed that I got the better answer, so you wouldn't have.
Yeah, she actually picked the right one there. Well, I can't find the Harry Potter thing, so I guess we'll never know.
Well, come on now.
There's a lot of cards in this game. And it's not fun to just watch me sit here rifling through cards.
It's okay.
Do
Well,
you guys know anything about the Breakfast Club?
No.
Oh. Oh, no. I thought that said the Matrix, but it says the Marx Brothers.
Close.
Yeah, it's very close, right? There we go. A book in the Harry Potter series. So, number 1 is the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, depending on where in the world you're reading the book.
Yep.
The Deathly Hallows, which is the last book. The Goblet of Fire. So, Mike would have gone out first. The Chamber of Secrets, the Half-Blood Prince, the Order of the Phoenix, and the Prisoner of Azkaban is the bottom one.
Yeah,
So what was the difference in points there?
It would have been 1 point.
See?
Yeah, the game's bullshit. You should get points based on the position it's in.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that. Maybe we should do it the next time. I actually think we picked out like the more fun ones out of here anyway. Unless you want to do one of the first 10 letters of the Greek alphabet.
Not really.
Yeah. I skipped a lot of the ones that I didn't think would be fun. Unless you're an Elvis Presley fan.
Not enough to know more than a couple songs.
You said that about Harry Potter books, but you would have nailed that one. I mean, it was only 1 point difference, whatever, but you got the best one.
It's true. Now, if it wasn't a 1 point difference, it would have made a huge,
difference. Yep.
Dolly Parton movies. See, so I skipped some that, probably wouldn't have been the most fun.
Yeah, this needs a 2021 update because that's pretty bad.
The Dum Dums lollipop flavor based on a beverage.
The what?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
I think that's the one. Is that the one with the Tootsie Rolls in there, or is that the big
pops? Come on.
Or is that the big look like jawbreakers on a stick?
No, the Dum Dums. They're like the tiny little lollipops. And you collect the wrappers and send them away, and they can send you like T-shirts and stuff.
What?
Oh, come on. They had the mystery flavors.
I just buy my T-shirts like a normal person. I don't know what you're doing. No idea.
Instead, Mike just goes to town on lollipops.
All my shirts come from lollipops.
Even Corey's asking, are there more than root beer? Of course there's more than root beer.
Oh, did you want to hear what some of the answers would be? I'm sure some people out there care. Katia and I don't, but...
I mean, cream soda's got to be on there.
Root beer is the number 1. Cream soda's second.
Yeah.
Orange cream, cherry cola,
Lemon lime,
chicken cherry cola, fruit punch, and pink lemonade.
No lemon lime, huh?
Nope.
So you would have gotten 10 points.
I would
They
have.
sound good. I should get some of these.
Oh, Dum Dum lollipops are great.
Ooh, here's a fun one. One of the 10 smallest countries in the world. I don't even know what that is. Or that. Or that. Or that. Or that. I've heard of that one. So good luck on those.
I think I have a good one.
Okay.
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg is not on here.
What? It's tiny.
I think these must be really tiny because I have not heard of most of these. Any other guesses?
Yeah.
Morocco's too big. No way.
I would have went with Daryl on that one, the Vatican, because it's its own country.
It's actually on here. It's the second one, though.
Ugh.
And so is Monaco from Corey, but it's the
Really?
first one.
Oh.
So Liechtenstein comes after Vatican City.
Hmm.
I think that's like above Italy, right? San Marino, the Maldives, Marshall Islands. I have no idea where that is. Nauru, Nauru.
Nope.
St. Kitts and Nevis.
Oh, I've been
Ooh.
there.
Oh, really? Where is it?
Yeah, it's islands in the Caribbean.
Oh, look at that.
It's really
St.
pretty.
And then I don't even know how to say this one. Seychelles? Seychelles? Seychelles.
Oh, Seychelles. Yeah, it's a
Seychelles?
group of islands. Yeah.
Oh,
Or
wow.
it's like, yeah, it's a. Damn
Yeah.
it.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff in here though, like a human arm or leg bone.
Daryl, why didn't I say St. Kitts? I almost moved there. I almost moved there in the summer. Is that where they were offering like the? Oh my god! I don't know if you guys knew that, but during COVID last year, they started like some of the islands started basically promoting for people to move there for a year,
Mhm.
and you could live there, and they had Wi-Fi, so you could work remotely. Yeah,
I've done that. Wow.
not gonna lie, we thought about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
So
could have
that's
been.
probably what he's. Yeah.
I mean, weather-wise, probably not that much difference than what I'm used to here in Houston. Other than, well, Houston's a swamp, not island, but I mean, heat-wise anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have looked at that whenever it mattered.
Mm-hmm.
Guess it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, Daryl, I was gonna go with St. Kitts, but I figured Vatican was smaller.
Well, again, it's not by size; it's by most known, I guess.
Yeah.
Or least
Sure.
known.
Sure.
But yeah. Well, unfortunately, Mike cheated quite a bit looking at the chat and won. Right? You know I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding. I know.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever. You guys were probably just talking about it earlier anyway. While I
No,
was.
I told you which. Okay, so the question he asked earlier was, it was which lesser known Canadian province or lesser
Yeah.
something like that.
I don't know where that one is. There's no way I'm going to find that one.
Nope.
No. Take
Nova
a guess.
Scotia. I would have said Nova Scotia.
Okay. Yeah, I said PEI, and he said, "Yeah, that's the correct answer."
I thought you said Ontario.
No.
Oh no, you're right. You're
That
right.
was Lake
The
Ontario.
island. Yeah. Ontario was the top one, I think. Yeah. How about a People magazine sexiest man alive?
I don't
Wow,
know.
there's a lot of them on here. Just name sexy dudes.
2011. I mean, Clooney was probably on
Yeah, I
there.
was gonna say George Clooney. I remember was on there a long time ago.
He's number one.
Yeah, he had to be on there 5 times by 2011.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who would be at the bottom of that list.
2011.
I'll give you a clue who's on the bottom of the list. He was a James Bond. I'm sure that helps you.
Oh, what's his face? Daniel? Was Daniel Craig? No.
Oh, no.
Not Daniel Craig.
Oh, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce
Brosnan.
Brosnan.
That's him, yeah. So the top one is George Clooney, then Brad Pitt, Matthew McConaughey, all right, Hugh Jackman, Johnny Depp, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Ryan Reynolds, Jude Law, and then Pierce Brosnan.
Good list.
All right, well, enough of that random trivia. I keep looking at some of these because they're interesting enough, but yeah. So you guys already know what I've been playing. We already covered that. But what have you guys been playing?
This is like a hard left turn right here, going right out of trivia to.
It is.
Been playing.
What have you guys been playing? Any new games?
Not really.
Well, you've been busy with a
I
Kickstarter.
know. I haven't had
that's
time
forgivable.
to play much, but well, like I said, we played. I think it was 2 weeks ago now. We played Mercado de Lisboa, and we played Nanga Parbat by Dr. Finn.
Yep.
Yep.
I have that here.
That one.
It's really fun. It's well, it's got little teeny tiny animal meeples like goats, mountain goats, and red pandas and stuff like that. And there it is.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, you have like you're in the Himalayas and you have little dudes that you're placing, and you're trapping the animals, which you can exchange for abilities, and then eventually you're trading stuff in. You're either trading your people to place tents, or you're trading the animals that you collected to score points. So basically, the way that it scores, though, is that you can't have two people score the exact same thing twice. So you either have to trade in more stuff or less, and then like, so it's kind of a bit of a race in that sense. And the cool thing about the game is that you can't score and land at the same spot your opponent is at. So it's got like a leapfrog mechanism.
Oh,
So
okay.
we played the game and then we would have tied, and because he came in after me and landed on the same spot as me, he jumped to the next spot and ended up winning. So it was like really, really close game, but it's really fun. It's simple, but yeah, it's a great one.
And the back of the box does nothing for me though. I like the art on the cover, but I don't like the like if I just turn that over and like if I pick that up off a shelf, I don't even know if I'd read that.
But it's really good. It's a two-player game. It's meant for two players.
Oh, it's only two?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those now.
Yeah.
Which
It
Yeah.
plays quick. Yeah, it plays quick. It's really good. And then, yeah, that's all we played. Oh, and I played Orchard, and I got my best score ever.
Get me off the big part of it.
I was wondering how long that would take.
Come on.
There we go.
Thank you.
Now we're back.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying you played.
Yeah, I played Orchard, and I got like a super good score in it. It's the little solo game. There it is.
I haven't not tried to beat your score again. I'm very upset that you beat mine.
It's gonna be hard to beat because it's called Impossible. It's like labeled almost impossible or something like that. They do like play on words with your scoring, so it has fruits in it. And I basically got like the top score you can have.
And that's a solo player only, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's all like play on words. It's so fun. So I got a 56.
Impossible. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, my score that beat. So we had a little thing. She got a score, and then I got a score. I was at 53, I think,
Something like that.
and then she just got a 56. I'm very upset about it.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, this is a cute one. I don't know if you know about this one. It's a cute one.
You're turning a solitaire game into a competitive game.
Exactly.
I've heard about it. I just don't know. I haven't played it or anything.
It's a
So-
really good one to bring with you anywhere because it's so small.
Mike, you showed me a stack of new games which you have not played, I'm guessing? Or have played?
I mean, there are a few stacks of games. I don't know which one.
No, you sent me a picture. One's right behind you. The Speakeasy one, you know?
Oh, On the Rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, by Pen Tree Games. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I'm learning it. But that came Saturday. Saturday. That was a Kickstarter. No. Nope. All my games are open. I don't know what you're talking about.
What percentage of the games that
We don't need to go there. We don't need to go here.
What percentage would you say are unplayed?
A sad percentage.
A sad. That's not a percentage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting On the Rocks to the table. I'm bringing it tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to play it tomorrow because Dwellings might take a little longer, but I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty cool.
How many players are you going to play Dwellings at?
I don't know if I want to play it more than 3, but we might play it 4, depending on who shows up.
It'll go pretty fast for 4 still.
Yeah,
It's not the it's not the kind of game that will drag on because you've added one more player. I'd play it at 5, even maybe not my first game because you're learning and all that. Is everybody learning who's playing?
No, one person I know has played it before. The person teaching it has played it before. So
Cool. I just found out, what was it, last week or like about a week ago that I'd been playing it wrong this whole time, and
What?
I work for the publisher, help develop it.
I don't even know
Can
what.
you share what you did wrong?
Yeah, it was. I was talking to Peter, who was the developer of it, and I mentioned something about basically when you dominate monsters, there's this little symbol on the monsters that tells you you can do that power.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was Peter. You can do that power if you dominate them. I always thought that that's only active if they're dominated. So none of the monsters really
Oh.
ever had anything going on with them, except maybe like one or two of them that don't have that little symbol. But then Peter was like, "No, no, they have all their powers. It's just those are the ones that you can use if they're dominated, right?" So I just misread that and been playing wrong the whole time,
Gotcha.
but consistently. So
Yeah.
I see a theme there, a running theme with you and rules.
yeah, and I don't have much of an excuse with dwellings, obviously, because I mean I play tested it. I had a early prototype to play around with long time. I worked on the rules a little bit, mostly not though. So I still never played with Peter though. So I can't
I
wait
actually,
to fight him.
I don't think he played. When I played it at Origins, he taught us the game, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he played with us.
Hmm.
We had other people playing though. But yeah.
I mean, I did play like an early prototype version of it with him, but I never played the finished game with him.
That's your excuse? That's what you're going to go with?
Yep, that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with
Fair
it.
enough.
No, I mean, once you get 100 games in your head and you start learning more,
Sure.
there's going to be a few rules every now and then.
Sure.
In fact, let me ask you this question. Well, have either one of you ever played Acquire?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
All
an
right,
old
well,
game.
let me ask. I know I love that game. Let me ask you this: when you play, do you hide how many stocks you have, or is that
I
public knowledge?
I wouldn't remember. It's been years since I
Oh,
played it. And my sister, I think, got rid of her copy. So, but
well,
I really enjoyed the game. But I'm pretty sure they don't have it anymore.
it's a great game. There's several versions of them. The best version is one where they have like plastic buildings.
Yeah,
You
I
go
think that's
out.
what they had. Yeah, it was a little plastic. Yeah.
Did she sell it? Because I knew that copy was selling for like over $100 at one point. I kind
Yeah,
of want
I
that
don't know.
version.
But I can't remember if we played with that information open or not.
So Peter's the one that I argued with because, yeah. See, Peter's the one I argued with because he likes to hide that information. There's nothing in the rules, at least the version I have, that says you're supposed to hide it. So we always played it with public information.
See, I would play. I'm more the kind that likes to have my stuff private and not showing unless it says in the rule book to have that public. Like,
I always go the other way. If it doesn't say keep it private, I think it should be public.
oh yeah, no. I like the element of surprise. It's the same thing when we play even cartographers. I hate having my map for people to see. Like, no, I want to do my own thing. And then when we exchange, then you'll see what I've been building. But I don't like having that open. Like, it drives me crazy. But I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in the rules you need to be more explicit. How do you lean, Mike?
Whatever aggravates you more.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Sure. I mean, I think there are certain things in the rule book that specify public knowledge, right? Where like things can be hidden. So I'm with you on that one. If it's meant to be in the spirit of the game, if it's meant to be hidden, then it should either be agreed upon by the table or explicit in the rules.
Well, right. Like what I'm saying is, if it doesn't say in the rules and you're not sure, which way would you lean just sitting at the table? If it's like, do you get to see how many cards I have in my hand, or is that secret? You know, like whatever it is you're doing.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the game.
You lean on theme.
I think so. Like we played Scythe where Keith would kind of like stack up. Well, Bobby stacks up his coins, but Keith would stack up his coins and put it like right next to the player board. So you see there's a stack of 1s or 5s, but you don't really know how many. I mean, it depends on.
That's the tricksy hiding
Sure.
stuff that people do. I'm just gonna stack these here, and you'll have to ask me if blah blah blah. You know, I don't like that either. If it specifically says it's public, I want it out. I want to be able to glance and read.
Sure, but I mean, with Scythe, like thematically, am I really going to see your stash of stuff in your stash house from across the country? Like, I know it's public, but can I really see it?
Right, but well, I mean, as far as mechanisms go, like if something says the amount of money people have is public, that should mean that I can always know what it is. Sure. If you're like, I'm going to keep it over here and you have to ask me, that's going against the rules as far as I'm concerned, because sure. What you're doing is I want to know when you're looking at my money. And that's not something that's in the rules.
Yeah.
And I mean, if a game says this should be hidden, then cool, I'm good with that. But I always lean the open public information unless it says otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I think it's because for me, when I play games, if there's a way for people to do the math before the game is done, that drives me nuts.
Yeah, I'm with you
on
that.
I don't want to know who's ahead, so don't count my stuff. Don't look like no, like let's just do it at the end. So that's why I like all my stuff to be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look.
So you don't like poker then, huh?
Pardon?
You don't like poker then, huh? Because they'll sit
love
there.
Poker.
Well, they'll count your chips right there. They'll be like, all right, your chip lead.
Yeah, no, I love poker though. It's just
there's a difference in poker than there is with the other stuff. Like I play with someone who like after their turn, there's like 2 people before me. After their turn, they're already on their phone calculating like how many points you have and how many points. I'm like, come on, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I usually am the one doing the scoring for whatever, because I can add up stuff real quick and I grab it before anybody else does. But I always ask people to check me though. In fact, I won a tournament that way. I was playing Seven Wonders tournament. I went, oh, you won. Somebody checked my math, just to make sure. And they went, no, you won. I was like, oh, that's even better. So.
Oh, wow. You set that up.
I didn't, but it was fun. I won one of the Catan boards for the tournament. It was nice. Gen Con.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, digress. I usually am the one that grabs the thing. And what I like to do is I like to go, this person got this many points, but this person got, like, I like to,
reveal.
Drum it up so it's like a reveal and stuff. That's usually fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like with Sagrada, I like doing at the end of the game what do you think my color is? What do we think Katia's color is? Like, have that little moment before you reveal, oh, I was the yellow player, haha. And then there's those people that are just like, if it speeds up the game because there's no like thematic advantage to like waiting and going through everything, then great, add up your score. But adding up my score and your score and their score and be like, oh, I already won, like, that's right. No good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I actually like the games that, they provide score sheets and you could go, okay, what did you get on this kind of scoring? What did you get on this kind of scoring? And sometimes you can hear it ahead of time. You're like, they've beaten me on every single thing. Sure, that's fine. But it's still kind of fun to hear the levels at which people did. Like, oh, I didn't even pay attention to that thing, but you got all this.
That's why Five Tribes is so good.
Yes,
it does that.
I was even thinking that. I was like, I'll use that as an example. Nah, just leave that out. I was thinking the sets. Yeah.
I was going to say that's what makes Red Rising so good, is that scoreboard or the score pad.
No. I mean, I don't mind that it has that. Yeah. We're not going to beat that to death. Or maybe you can.
No,
I know you dislike the game that you keep playing.
I played it. I told you I played it again a couple Tuesdays ago. I don't think anybody enjoyed it.
And yet you keep playing it.
Yep.
So I don't know what that says about it.
I'm
I'm not clicking this, Peter. I'm not putting it up there. Peter's saying that stocks are hidden. I disagree. I mean, in real life, you can look up how many stocks people have, right? So, maybe I don't know. I guess it depends on the business. I don't know much about stocks.
This is why I've never wanted to play Acquire.
I bought my first stock this year.
Fun.
Mm.
It's
It is
really fun.
It is fun.
Yeah,
I have it on my
I
phone
really
too.
like it.
Okay, I believe you.
I bought my first stock this year. I own one stock in Disney.
Nice. I own a stock in Hasbro.
Huh.
One.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm part of Disney. Now I own part of Star Wars or part of Marvel.
Sure.
It's kind of fun. And it's not like they're going to go under, right? So,
I mean, now that you said it.
if they went under, I'd be more upset that there's no more Marvel and Star Wars than that I lost whatever money was on the stock. Sure. But yeah, first stock ever. Just thought I would.
Good one.
Yeah. See there? Publicly traded companies have to disclose. I'm going to have that argument all the time. Peter and I will never agree. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't mind hidden stuff as long as that's what the rules are and all. But are you a sneaky hider, Katia? Do you bunch all your stuff together so that they can't count from across the table?
Yep. Well, I mean, and I'm always playing with the components anyways, so it's like it just kind of everything gets stacked, or
I mean, yeah, I on some games, like if there's a bunch of cubes, I'm building buildings with those cubes while I'm waiting for my turn, stuff like that.
Yeah. So if my money is behind that, then it's not on purpose at all.
I don't believe that for a second.
She's building little walls that are hiding her money.
Yeah, they don't provide you with a shield in the game. I will make one.
Just tilt your player board up. Like, no, you can't see mine.
You're just like, I'm tired. I'm just going to lay here over all my stuff so you can see it.
Your drink in front of it. Like, no.
I get asked often, how many do you have over there? Like, that's definitely because I'm not laying it out for everybody to see.
Let me ask you this, because Aaron does this to me. Well, not to me, but just as in general. Like, I'll notice, like, when I play a game, I like to go, okay, I'm going over here because I like doing this, and I'm getting this, and then I'm going to do that, and it's my turn. And then it moves to the next person. But she, like, just kind of goes, okay, done. And
I say it out loud.
Okay.
I definitely,
Part of it is because the rest of the table starts getting a conversation, and she's not going to wait for us, right? So she just goes and does her turn and stuff. But I usually go, hey, everybody see what she's doing right here? Because she'll get away with stuff if I don't.
Yeah, I don't want people to think I'm cheating. I just want to, like...
Right. And she wouldn't cheat,
nope,
but...
I did this, I did that, and then it's like, okay, my turn's over. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she wouldn't cheat or anything, but she's also not going to advertise it. I'll help advertise it, though. Like, you guys see what she's doing, right? Do you Mike, do you talk about what you're doing in your turn, even if it's like calling attention to what you're up to?
I sometimes, but I think I do it more out of, am I doing this right? Like, I'm going to go here and do this thing and go over here and do this thing, and I'm done?
Question mark?
Right. Like, yeah, you're good. Like, you did it right. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, that's different, though. I mean, like, if you already know, how to play and stuff, I don't know. I kind of, maybe it just comes from doing demos and teaching and stuff all the time. And usually whenever we're playing games over in my group, I've just taught it, and now we're playing. So that kind of lends itself to, like, I want everybody to see what I'm doing. And it's not, I think at this point, it's not even a conscious thing. I just do it all the time now.
It's not bragging, like, here's how a good turn should look. Yeah. I'm going to go here and do this.
Most of the time, it's usually like, oh, I really shouldn't be doing this, but here we go. Yep, that's why you don't do that. I mean, like we said earlier, I don't win every game, so I'm actually below 50% right now. This year, I've been logging all my games, and if I win or not, or if Erin wins. And let's see, I think she's won over me right now. So, which, you know, like I said earlier, right, the way I talk, it sounds more like I lose a lot more. But yeah, I am right now. I've won 33 out of out of 62 plays. She's won 32 out of 54 plays, but we have different numbers because I play online with other people. So she's actually won more times over me. So,
how many games have you played so far this year?
62. Not a lot.
And we're almost halfway through the year.
Yeah, it's not a lot really. Once you
that's a fair bit. Oh, that's a fair bit.
Yeah, that's what 26 weeks. Say.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, 2 games a week. That's pretty good average.
Yeah,
that's more than we play.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Gorento, for instance, which I know you know. We played that like 3 times in one, like on top of each other.
Oh, and that counts as
yeah, that's a fast game. There's 3 games right there, you know. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of those we really don't play a lot of fast games, but when we do, sometimes we play them like 2 or 3 times, especially when we're learning them, just to get them under our abstract games and stuff like that, you know. But and then sometimes it takes us 5 hours to play one game. It just depends on the game.
Did you mark down our playtest?
I was just oh no, I don't put playtest on there now.
He won that.
What? It doesn't matter who won that. A playtest?
I mean, you won it. You won it.
Yeah, but it's not really the full game, right? So I didn't mark that.
Okay.
You wouldn't track. Well, I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't track it, would you? And plus,
no, but you probably still would track like the first play, like who started, and if it becomes a pattern that first player seems to always win or something like that. No.
Oh, right. In that regard, you track. I mean, just like for what I'm doing, where I'm tracking all my games for the year. Like it goes off the BGG catalog, and our game's not even in that, so there's not even a way to do that.
It's not in there yet.
I think the chat's just kind of going off about disclosing public reports and all kinds of stuff. They're still talking about stocks.
Oh, about stocks.
Yeah, Peter's still calling you out though.
Yeah, that's why I didn't click on it. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. We actually played Glass Road. Have you guys ever played Glass Road before?
No.
Oh, cool.
It's old Rosenberg. Old. What, 2013? Not that old.
I mean,
I guess it is kind of old. Wow.
Yeah.
8 years?
Yeah, and considering 3,000 games plus come out every year, that's a couple thousand games old.
That's true. I remembered liking it a little bit more than I did this time because it is kind of cutthroat, especially in a 2-player game. But once you know that, I still like it. It's I didn't realize when I think of what I call action card mechanisms. I don't know what you really call it. What do you call like Concordia? You know how you have like a hand of cards, and it's the action that you play. I guess it's deck building, but not really.
Like Century Spice Road?
No, I don't.
Century Spice is almost deck build. Yeah, it's deck building.
Yeah. No, I mean okay, so Concordia, you have, I think you start with something like 8 cards or something like that, and each one is a different type of action.
Right.
It's like
cycle, right?
Or like Red Planet, Mission Red Planet does it. Yeah, and then one of those cards is to recycle your hand back in it. Also,
Century Spice Road.
Is that Century Spice Road's not like that, is it?
You play a card, you do the action, and then one of your things is to take up all the cards.
It's to reset. Yeah, it's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in a way.
It's been years. I mean, I haven't played it since the year it came out.
But I don't. But you don't add a lot of cards in Concordia, do you? Like throughout the game.
Yeah, it's one of the in-game thing is.
So then yeah, I would say.
So you do add cards.
Deck building.
The engine building.
Yeah, Evan says action selection. I've always thought of it as just action cards, or like you are selecting an action, but it's in cards, so that's what I call it. Anyway, there's not a lot of card game. I mean, there's not a lot of games that do it, and I forgot Glass Road is one of them, so it might be one of the first. I don't know. They do it in a really weird way, though.
It's an engine builder, though, right? Like, because you can go through. I mean, I'm not saying Concordia is or Glass Road is, but that kind of thing, although it's action selection, you could potentially play through and never take maybe early in the game, but never take a break to pull up your cards, because you can always select a card from the conveyor belt and then play that card.
I mean, I guess it depends on the game. Like in Concordia, you can't do that because there's only one card to buy 2 cards in the beginning. So at most, you'd buy 2 cards and then you'd run out of cards. Like some of those, though, you might be able to keep going. And in Mission Red Planet, you definitely run out. There's no, like at some point, you just have to pick up. So I don't know what that's called.
Action selection, or that makes more sense than it's not really an engine you're building because you have to take that break. Oh, maybe.
I really love the mechanism, and I'm surprised that it's not done more often. I've actually designed 3 games that have failed with it because I've been trying to get it to work. One of them was a really weird twist on it, too. I was trying to make a horror game with it, one that really felt like a horror game, and it didn't quite work. So too bad, too, because it had some cool mechanisms, but they didn't mesh together well in the end.
You probably just need a really sweet code designer to help you out through it.
4 times the charm. Yeah, you're not wrong. Eventually, I'll get one of those in there. Sweet code designer. Yeah, I'll find one of those one day.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean
to. But yeah, I had a cool name for it too. The Lingering Fear.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was the theme was. I don't mind talking about it because it's been years since I touched it. So. The theme was that it was like a kind of Cthulhu-ish world, but this was all of the gates had closed and humanity won. Yeah.
All right. Well, there it is. There's the full 42 drinking game.
I know. Mike gives me a dirty look if I say mechanics.
I think it's 2 shots every time you stumble saying mechanic or mechanism.
I'll just do it on purpose then. We'll watch what happens to the comments.
It'd be a mess. I'd have to take breaks and go refill.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, it was like this weird aftermath kind of feel of all the gates were closed, humanity won, but there's still a bunch of stuff on this side, and you're trying to rebuild so you're building a colony, trying to rebuild humanity while still dealing with the monsters and stuff that are out there and the weird stuff that happens to people. So, but yeah,
all right.
Someday I'll get that mechanism working.
Back to this drinking game. Could we also take a drink every time Chris talks about house ruling?
I mean, I'll mess people up. Don't do it. You're welcome to do it, but it'll be a shorter episode if you do it, Mike, because you'll just be passed out.
It might happen.
Depends on what you're drinking, I guess.
This is true. I could prepare though. Like that could knowing I'm going into that. Perfect. Yeah, I'm out. We can't play now. I gotta.
I do like that mug.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Is that how big the other mugs are, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
15?
15 ounces. Yeah.
Is it dishwasher safe?
I think so.
I would say don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think they say it is, but we have one. It's a Zelda mug, and something to do with like finding coffee, and it's like finding like it refills your heart. Anyways, and we don't put it in the dishwasher, just to preserve. Yeah,
I made that mistake with a mug a couple weeks ago that I'm still getting a look for every time the mug gets pulled out and there's a big chip on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know you couldn't put mugs like that in the dishwasher.
Some of them are fine. I have one. It's my Saturday morning coffee mug. It's Chicago, the band Chicago, and it looks like the American flag, and it's the lyrics to Saturday in the Park. And it got a chip, and then it starts to peel, and now it's like half the lyrics to Saturday in the Park. So any kind of mug like this, I have one that from The Office that says "Dwight, you ignorant slut." That one I won't put in the dishwasher. This one I won't put in the dishwasher just because I don't want it to start to peel. So, not that it can't be. I would suggest not doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So Katia was telling me that she has started watching Rebels, or you're kind of like halfway into it or something. So I think she's ahead of you, right? Yep. Have you started?
I'm almost done with season 1.
Okay.
Oh, are you catching up?
Yeah, you're not that far behind.
Yep.
I'm jealous that you guys get to experience it for the first time. I wish I could.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There was a sit-up moment I had. It was yesterday or 2 days ago. We were watching. I don't want to say. It is Sad Park. It is. Yeah, there was one of those kind of sit-up moments that happened. Pretty cool.
Yeah, for me at least, each season gets better, like doubles and how good it is as it goes.
Yeah, definitely. I started the show and I wasn't sure. Like it felt a bit more juvenile, and I think it's the character. Is it Seb, the character?
Yep.
I wasn't crazy about him. Like he was just, I don't know. But now I think it's better in that sense. Like he's not as cartoony.
Yeah, I think it's a weird trend with. I mean, thankfully it wasn't with the live action one, but at least with the animated stuff, is that it starts off very kind of, I don't know, kid friendly. It feels, young audience, and then it just starts ramping up. Even the movies, if you think about it, episode 1 was like kid in the thing, and he blew it up, yay, and then the next one was like, all right, kind of teenagery, angsty kind of thing, and then by the time you got to 3, people are getting slaughtered, kids are dead.
Well, and it was the same thing for the Harry Potter too, right?
Right.
But I think if people obviously don't binge watch, they can almost grow with the show, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they do it that way.
Sure.
Right. I remember the author said that she wanted her audience to grow up with the, and I enjoyed it. I was older by the time the first one came out and stuff, but I knew that was the case because there were enough there. So I just allowed for, the first book or first movie or first seasons and whatever, you just kind of have to allow for that. But yeah, I think Rebels ramps up real quick. Of course, they're in a little bit darker universe than Clone Wars, even though they're in the middle of a war. I think Clone Wars took a little while to get more serious.
But there's something in the animation, though, right? Like, these are years apart, right? Rebels was what, 2014, other than Clone Wars, the new season. Rebels was 2014. Clone Wars was 5-7 years before that.
2012, 2000, somewhere around there, I think.
The start of Clone Wars was 12?
I think so. I can look it up real quick.
Okay, you do that. I'm taking a quick washroom break.
All right, you do that, and I'm going to rant about the animation of Clone Wars.
You look it up.
Okay.
All right. So Clone Wars.
Take that jersey off, too, while you're over there and make a couple people happy. Just saying. Yeah, so we had talked about the Clone Wars, and there were moments throughout the entire series.
2008.
I caught myself and said, this is animated. Like, it didn't look animated at all. And there are times in Rebels, mostly with spaceships, like some of the scenes in space where you're like, oh, that looks like kind of similar, but it seems like it's a step back in animation to me. And I don't know if they were going for the kid friendly and they were going for the clean lines and the vibrant colors or whatever, but like even the lightsaber didn't really
2008 was when the Clone Wars movie came out, which I believe the series pretty much started after that.
It was right after that, sure. And Rebels was 14.
Was it?
I think. So 6 years? I was close. I said 7. 5 to 7.
2014, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ah, she still got the jersey on.
Of course I do.
So yeah, there's a step in a direction with the animation, and I don't know if it makes it any better or if it makes it any worse, but I feel like the Clone Wars was like, there were multiple moments where I was like, this is animated, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Even some of the fight scenes with like Ventress, and like you were like, that looks like the shadows and the effects, it just looked like, wow. And Rebels is kind of like,
I think again it ramps up in both story and kind of cinematic feel.
I believe it.
The one thing that I noticed in Clone Wars that they did really well was like the subtle movements of things, like recoil, or like even just like the hair, not Obi-Wan's hair, because that was extremely rigid looking. But
He used the Force to keep it in.
Yeah, he uses a lot of Aquanet. That stuff doesn't move.
when I started watching the show, I was like, who drew that? But anyways, but yeah, I just found like, yeah, the more the show progressed, like it was, it just felt real. Like it was really good.
I mean, I started rewatching Clone Wars again a couple weeks ago, and looking at how Anakin looks in the first few episodes versus, then I decided to jump way ahead and watch the last 4 episodes of the entire series.
Totally different.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah.
It almost looks like a different series.
Mm-hmm.
But they aged the characters so well, I found. Like, so progressively, you don't even notice it. And then at some point, it's like, oh, yeah. Like, like I just...
Especially with Ahsoka.
Yeah,
especially with her, because she's like, what, 12 at the beginning of this scene, and then what, 15, 16 at the end? Yeah, and you could totally tell the difference. They even, her, I don't know what they call them for Togruta, they're Laku for Twi'leks, but whatever those are, like, that got bigger the older she got, right? So.
Yeah. But I like the characters in Rebels. I like Chopper. He's got a wicked attitude. Like, I love him, but he's not R2, so I can't really get behind him. He's just like this.
It doesn't have to be R2. That you're not looking at every human and going, they're not Han. So
yeah.
Why does every droid have? Well, you should.
Yeah. No, I like Kanan. I want to know a little bit more about his story. Finding Ezra, okay, fine. Hera's good. Sabine, I want to know more about. Zeb is fun. I mean, he's that wild card. I kind of like him, but like Chopper, I like the mannerisms and the character that comes out is good. The writing is great. Like, they did a really good job with that. It's the animation style that's just like, it feels like it's animated rather than the Clone Wars. I don't know. Like, even the movie, you can watch episode 1, episode 2, episode 2.5, episode 3, and you really don't miss too much. This is not the droid. Yeah. No, R2 is the droid I want. R2 will always be. Chopper's fun, though. I think Chopper's fun. Like, they do a good job with the character development and the writing, because it's Filoni and he's a friggin' genius. But it feels like it's a step back, going from Clone Wars and binging the hell out of it to get caught up so Chris can't mock me anymore. To jumping right into Rebels is just kind of, I don't know. It's still a great story and I'm still enjoying it. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's like
It's
a
not
side
the
that's a, huh?
I mean,
It's not the same.
Right.
I mean, to be fair, the last season of the Clone Wars was made way after Rebels.
Sure.
Like they didn't make the last season of that until Disney took over and all that, you know. So
Sure.
they might have put a little bit more effort into it at that point. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you can see the last season of Clone Wars is definitely ramped up, right? It's definitely more dramatic, right? They're trying to tie in Anakin to what we remember him from the movies and that little cross section of like what was going on in the live action films to what we're watching, like how the stories are kind of parallel. But even taking the final season aside, knowing that was what, last year? 2020? When was the final season?
I think it was 2000. Yeah, I think it was pretty soon afterwards. I'm not sure. I can look up.
I want to say it was last year. If not 19, I think it was 2020.
It was either early last year or late 2019, something like
But
that.
there was a pretty significant gap between the final season and then the final season.
Right. I didn't even know they were going to make a final season. And they were like, look what we did. I was like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, going to keep
Taking
Disney
that
Plus.
aside, take the final season out of it, right? The ramp up of the digital effects that they use years after.
Oh, yeah.
The first
Still
6
good,
seasons of the Clone Wars look solid. Like maybe it took a minute to get into the whole like Star Wars and an animated thing, but you put that up against Rebels and it doesn't feel right. And I don't know if that's just the binging of it, like being able to binge right through it and being like having this sour taste looking at the Clone Wars and how epic that was at times.
Yeah. And the other thing too I find is it Sabine's character? The one with the I don't really get her.
They're gonna do a lot more with her. That's gonna make sense.
I don't know.
Yeah, she's the rebel, right?
I know, but her character feels like her abilities or whatever like feels superficial. Like she's wearing the Mandalorian like helmet, but I don't know. Like I feel like she's missing part of that. And then I don't know.
You're gonna get to know her a lot better, and it's gonna make more sense. And I hope that you're gonna like her more. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're right. They kind of start off with her as being feels like a half character, like a not thought through character.
Yep.
But I think, at least I believe that they just held back a lot to later give you stuff. So.
Okay. Yeah.
I think there's a lot held back, right? Like we don't know about Kanan. We don't know what was going on. We know that Hera and him have a thing because like she keeps calling him these pet names, but we don't really know that that's like a thing. Like we jump into this story of these rebels that are kind of like already on a track, and then Ezra comes in, and here we are watching this happening. Like, well, wait a minute, Sabine's a Mandalorian, but Sabine has this like non-Mandalorian attitude about her.
Well, and the other thing too that we noticed is she can jump really far.
I think what's funny about that. I'm get a little into the RPG, but if you watch Clone Wars, it looks like any Jedi at any time could leap basically to the top of a building, or like just like they could go like a half a mile across and stuff and be fine, right? If you play the role-playing game of Star Wars, that's impossible. It's not even a thing that anybody can do. And I'm running a game where people are playing in the Clone Wars time, and my Jedi characters are like, why can't I jump to another building? I'm like, because then I'd have to draw a map that's miles away and you're farther, and like there's mechanical reasons for that in the RPG, all kinds of mechanics.
So would you say you're house ruling the RPG? So you don't have to.
Oh, that RPG is really house ruled. Yeah. I've created all kinds of stuff for that. But I think RPGs are kind of open for that kind of thing. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting, like when I started watching the show, that they're just like, yeah, we need a Jedi over there. And they just go, wee, and go, like Hulk jump all the way over somewhere. And then later on, you're right. Like I remember seeing like other characters, they do a jump. I looked it up. It's like 9 meters is the farthest any human being has ever jumped, and that's like an Olympics. And they seem to be able to jump from like train to train, just like that's some of the animation. I guess you have to.
Yeah.
Maybe they have like special spring boots or something. I don't know.
Well, they have to, because not only do they jump really far, they can fall really far.
Yeah.
There's so many times where they'll like jump off a building and be like, no,
You got to tuck and roll.
No. Like they do the Iron Man stop, and there's no way that they.
Oh,
yeah, 17 stories up, and they're like, and they jump and they land. Like, no.
Maybe Mandalorian armor is really vibranium.
Maybe, but now explain that as a Jedi.
The Force.
They're
I don't know.
Sure, but then how
there you go.
Turn around and like
They're Force
use
jumps.
the Force to pull their friend who's falling. Like, there's so many times it's like that's the answer to everything. It doesn't make sense. Right. I love it, but
With the animation, you have to kind of make some allowances, I guess.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, question, Katia, what order did you watch the Clone Wars in? It's just the way it runs, or did you look up the order?
We followed the order that was on Disney, and then every so often we'd be like, wait, did we skip something? And then we'd have to go back and sort of, there's a few times where it was like, I think we missed something. But Disney also, so I'm using someone's account and I'm a guest, and I think somebody else was also watching the same show.
As a shareholder of Disney.
Oh!
What did you and your share of Disney?
My one share.
Chris's one share.
But my thing is, so whenever we'd go to like play, next episode, we'd always have to make sure we were like in the right order, because sometimes it seemed like the other guest that was watching was passing us. So it was, it was messing up the order that way anyways. But, I mean, I don't think we messed up anything that was like super important.
Yeah, I mean, I always like to do the disclaimer because it's so important, but when the cartoon first aired, the network didn't care what order they put stuff out in. So the stories do not make sense. And especially in the first and second seasons, they're all mixed up.
Oh, okay.
So there's a chronological order you can watch them in, and you can just look it up, what order to watch Star Wars Clone Wars in. And if you watch it, it starts, I think the first one is season 2, episode 16. And then the next episode to watch is season 1, episode 16. And then it's the movie, and then it's season 1. It's
all over the place until you get to like season 4, season 5, and then you can kind of walk through it. But if not for that list that Chris gave, it would have been all over the place.
Right. If you watch it in the list,
that's why season 1 and season 2 were okay.
Yeah.
If you watch it in that list, and it's a StarWars.com site, so it's official list or whatever. But if you watch it in that order, all the stories make so much more sense. They just run together. But for whatever reason, Disney is still keeping it in the aired order, and people go to watch it and they're like, I don't know what's going on. They started it in the middle of a story, and now I'm over here. What happened to this? And it just, you're jumping from one to one. It doesn't make any sense. So.
Yeah.
I wish now that Dave Filoni's in charge of Star Wars or something, I wish he would fix it, because he's the one that wrote it. You would think he'd put it in the right order, right?
I know, but you're a shareholder. Can't you do something about this?
Yeah, come on. Wow, well done.
Ooh,
well done.
All right, throw it back at me.
Yeah. I think it would be really hard for them to, I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just an excuse, but it would be really hard for them to come up with, like, if you had to start at season 2, episode 16, to make that season 1, episode 1. Like, they probably just can't do that.
I mean, you can. You just put them in a certain, like, if you just had a drop box, I would hope that they'd start it at the whatever you want to call it, the story order, but you go, no, I want to see how it came out in the the aired order. You could do a Dropbox and it would switch it around.
Okay. But
I guess that would cause confusion because people would be like, hey, did you see season 2, episode 3? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe. Just depends on what order you watched it.
Yeah.
So if I say Star Wars, the first Star Wars, what pops into your head?
New Hope.
Katia?
I don't know, the fourth one.
New Hope.
Yeah, I told you I suck with titles.
That's fine. That's fine.
The fourth one. Yeah.
There's no points deducted for that answer. You're fine.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, and that's not in the order of the story. I guess you're right. It's thematic.
Right.
Right.
So what's different, though?
But that's because we grew up watching 4, 5, and 6.
Right. The 77, 80, 83. Like that. But technically, the first Star Wars is episode 1, right? So are you a purist, and would you watch it in Lucas form, 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3?
No, like we just we watched a bunch of them, and we started at the first one, and we go in chronological order.
Yeah. So you're watching the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker.
Yes.
That's a totally different story if you watch it episode 4 first, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when I showed it to Erin for the first time, I showed her 1 through 6.
Yeah.
And the reason why I did it was because she already knew 50-year-old spoiler that Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's. Not 50, I guess. Almost. Wow.
I don't think
is Darth Vader's father, right? Or son. So she already knew that. So there was no reason to not show, because 1 through 3 is going to tell you that ahead of time too, right? So I was like, all right, let's just see what she experiences. What was cool was she didn't know that Palpatine would become evil.
Oh.
So starting from 1 to 2 to 3, I was getting to see, I didn't get to have that surprise, but Lucas actually wrote it in a way that if you didn't watch the other ones, because you remember he would say stuff like, I want to make this for the new generation and stuff. So if you watch it from 1 to 6 for the first time, you're learning new stuff, like Palpatine's evil. What? Oh no! And they do a good job of disguising him and he's doing a different voice and stuff.
Yeah, I'm with Michael on that. It's like, no, I know it's him. Like he looks.
You know it's him because you already know it's him.
No, but his face is his chin is very distinct.
That's like Robin wearing a mask. How do you not know that that's Robin?
No. There's a big difference. First of all, the voice is different. He's doing a face that. Even in the Clone Wars, it looks different. It's a different.
No, not at all. He looks the same.
I'm not saying it is different. I'm saying it appears different.
It's because of the hood. All right, wait.
Yeah, all you see is this anyway.
Here's not Michael. Come on.
No. You just go look at it again from the point of view of what if I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I find his chin is so you can't put glasses on and.
That's not the same thing.
I mean, Lois doesn't know. She's face to face with Superman, and then later on in the evening, she's face to face with Clark Kent, and she has no idea.
No, it's not the same. It's more akin, and I don't like the comparison, but it's more like Batman where he's using a different voice and you only see this part, right?
All right, but he uses the eye makeup, right? So you can't really see his eyes. He does.
You can't even see
most of them. You
can't even see Sidious's eyes in episode 1.
Right, because of the hood, but he's got this very defined chisel,
which is tipped down like this.
Come on.
I will go and find you.
Go look at it.
Screenshots.
I'll pull it up.
I will find you screenshots of episode 1 versus, and you'll see. It's
maybe it's because I know, I've seen the experience, but watching it episode 1 and seeing images of Palpatine as the Chancellor. He wasn't the Chancellor in 1. He grows into the Chancellor, and then seeing Sidious with the hood, that doesn't.
I know.
I don't believe it.
I'm trying to find pictures of both of them so I could show. I mean, yeah, he has the chin.
I know.
You're right. But the thing is like he's always smiling. That's the evil one. Can't show that one. Hold on.
Don't
Episode
pick
1.
which ones. Come on.
I'm doing it off of episode 1. In episode 3, he's doing the evil face and all that stuff. All right, so here I'll share my screen. So keep in mind the voice is like gruffer and all that stuff. Where's my share? Here we go. And you don't know. So you have that. And you have that.
Oh man, that chin, like that line right there.
Yeah, I don't disagree that the chin's there.
Yeah, it's.
But he's smiling. He's a nice guy. He's talking, you know, and then you go to this. It's a hologram all the whole time.
The nose too. I don't know.
I don't see how you don't come out of episode 1 going, that's him.
Yeah.
Look at the smug in the lower.
I think that's episode. No, yeah, that's episode 3 where you're supposed to find out.
Yeah,
That's exactly when you do find out, where he turns his chin down like that.
I would go the opposite direction. By episode 3, when he finally uses the power, and he turns, or Mace is hitting him, and he's turning to all that wrinkly, pruny-looking garbage. To say that that's the Emperor, no, he doesn't even look like him. Like those images you're showing of him as the Emperor, and then when he finally turns and starts, like they don't even look the same. But as Chancellor Palpatine and Darth Sidious, they look exactly the same.
I'm trying to find any other picture besides this one from episode 1. It's the only one in there.
Oh, I have all those toys too.
But anyway, if you don't know.
Oh, I was looking at the toys, damn it.
Oh, the toys? Yeah, I have some of the toys.
I have all of them still in the packages. I probably have 2 of them.
Oh, of course you're got all your toys in the packages.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think watching I think watching 1 through 6 gives you a more coherent story.
Sure.
Anyway, so yeah.
Well, and what I really liked about watching Clone Wars too is that for me it fills a lot of the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I watched the movie, like the first, second, and third, I just felt like Anakin's shift was so fast, and it was kind of weak in my opinion. It was like, hey, like, come on, you've been a Jedi for this long, and all of a sudden it's like, here I go. But in Clone Wars, you see a bit more of his temper, like throughout, that it starts to make sense. Like it, Like
and you also see him become way more militaristic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All the Jedi, really.
But I don't think you see enough of Obi putting him down all the time. I think that comes through more in the movies than it did in the Clone Wars.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I think a lot of it is because, Anakin becomes a mentor kind of thing, and they have a little bit of it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Not so much put down, but
more like
point out his negatives, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like remember, you have a lot to learn. Like you still have a lot to learn. Yeah, you still have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Like
right.
They do a really good job of him constantly like putting Anakin in his place in the live actions, where there is moments of that in the Clone Wars, but we're focused more on him as a mentor to someone who's kind of like, do I like this or not?
I think because in the early in Clone Wars, episode 2, I think they wanted to emphasize like his arrogance, and Obi-Wan needed to stamp out the arrogance. I think he even said he's powerful but arrogant kind of thing. Yep. And that's why he was doing that. And unfortunately, that's what everybody complained about Anakin, is like, man, he's such a bratty, arrogant little nobody liked him. So I think in Clone Wars they matured him kind of quickly so that you would like the character more.
Sure.
And in that case, Obi-Wan didn't need to scoff at him, right?
Right. Which was brilliant. I mean, they did it perfectly.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would love to. I've been thinking about recently just starting episode 1, then 2, then go through all of Clone Wars,
Yep.
then Bad Batch once that's done, then go to Rogue One is next. Is that right? Yeah. Wait, I'm missing one. No. That's right, right? Yeah. No, Rebels.
After Rogue One?
No, it'd be Rebels, then Rogue One, then 4, 5, 6, I guess 7, 8, 9. What? Leave out Mandalorian?
No. What about Solo?
Oh,
yeah.
right. Yes, Solo. That's the one I was missing.
I said it 3 times. You
I
just
wasn't
don't like
listening.
Solo. You're not a fan of Solo.
I have you on mute. I'm kidding. No, I am a fan of Solo.
It was a good movie. I liked it.
I've said that before.
Awesome movie. You said you didn't
Yeah.
like it.
No, I didn't
Me?
say that.
No,
That's
not
what-
you. Chris.
Yeah.
I'm poking at Chris now.
No, go back to the past episode.
Oh wait, that's why.
I said it was a great heist movie. It's great Star Wars. Love it.
Okay.
In fact, I was with you. I didn't understand why people had a problem with it. I'd love to see more.
No, it's great.
In fact, I heard someone saying something like they think that Kira is going to appear in something, maybe the Boba Fett thing, or So that'd be cool,
Well, the actor that plays Han is coming back.
right? Well, are they doing a Lando show or something like that? Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yep.
You got to have more interaction between them because I saw just like the other day that scene where Lando meets him on not Mos Eisley, on Brain Cloud City.
There you go.
And pretends to be mad at him and about to hit him, and then he lovingly pats him and how you doing, old buddy? So that the movie Solo doesn't feel like that relationship. Like there's not enough still. So I want to see more story and stuff create that kind of relationship.
But that relationship's fake from the beginning, right? Like when Lando comes out to meet him, he already knows he's setting him up inside. Like,
oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
When you say that, you're like, man, he double tricked him.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to pretend to be mad at him, even though I'm setting him up, and then make him, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's how crafty Lando is. It's interesting. Not as bad as when you watch episode 4 and watch Obi-Wan Kenobi basically manipulate Luke into doing what he wants. I rewatched it, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago. I think we talked about this.
yep. He's even a hell of a voice actor, too.
I watched it a couple months ago, and I think I even talked about this, where I was watching everything that Obi-Wan Kenobi was saying to Luke in his little hut, and the things he said, it wasn't just the lie about his father or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That he would do stuff like, you must do what you think is right, of course. What a passive-aggressive little slight to make him feel guilty about, like little things he said. And watch that again. It's so manipulative, especially when you know that he's the negotiator and knows how to get people to do what he wants. Of course, Luke was going to end up going with him at one point or another. In fact, I even kind of believe that he knew that the aunt and uncle were dead before Luke took off in the speeder. I think he already figured it out. And he kind of went like, only sand people. And like he was like kind of leading them to realize, or the stormtrooper. Like he was like, what's happened, right? Like trying to lead them to it. And whenever he showed up, he already knew. He was like, there's nothing you could do. Like he didn't have to tell him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he let him die, but I'm saying like he figured out by the time he already saw the Jawas killed and stuff.
Yeah.
What's happened.
Yeah.
He let things play out in a way that he knew he would have Luke.
Well, he's also there watching over Luke, right? So I mean, he shouldn't, and at any point, he shouldn't be too far away from their moisture farm, right? Because he's got to keep an eye on what the hell's going on. So
Yeah, I can't believe there was a total accident that he just happened to be walking out there when Luke needed him. You know, I think if you go back and watch episode 4, at least that whole scene and stuff, you start going, man, Obi-Wan's like really manipulative, and it's never come across that way to me before. Knowing all this other stuff and previews and stuff like that, it seems so much more manipulative.
you don't think he's manipulative in 2 and 3?
No. I think he is, but I'm saying that scene in episode 4 never felt like that before. It just kind of felt like the old wise wizard telling them, kind of stuff. But once you know what he knows from the past movies,
Interesting.
Are we past your bedtime? We past your bedtime, Katia?
Getting there.
I know we get.
Way
I know
past
sometimes you have to leave, but it has been
if
3 hours here.
If I'm on the show, then I don't leave. It's if
That's
I'm
a
in the
little bit.
comments, then I might go to bed.
Well, it has been 3 hours though. We could keep going.
You got the Star Wars juices flowing, so
Yeah, it's turned into the Star Wars game.
I mean, I wore the
Star
shirt
Wars
knowing we
episode.
were going in this direction.
I can't even
I
see
didn't-
from here what's on your shirt.
It's my Star Wars Sagrada shirt.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Is that a thing?
No, it's not, but it is.
Well, where'd you get it?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Coles? I don't know.
What?
Yeah,
Right.
That he
It
didn't
was
have
like-
that made.
no, this was not made. This was made like this exists. I didn't have it purposefully.
It's
made.
not made by Floodgate Games or
No,
anything.
no. This is something I found.
Huh.
Yeah, it just happens to be like stained glass Star Wars, so it's
That's pretty cool looking.
crazy.
Sagrada
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts.
Either
Well,
one of you Doctor Who fans?
Never watched it.
Okay.
Me neither.
Well, that's what my shirt is. So. All right. Well,
Oh, that's like a Venn diagram of two things you love, right? Doctor Who and the Beatles.
oh yeah, it's some of the circles. Sure, that'd be fun actually to draw all the circles of the things you love. Try to make them bigger or smaller compared to each other, and put them together and see what things would overlap.
Like a 6 degrees thing.
All right. Please like and subscribe. Anything else you guys want to? Of course, go see Katia's Kickstarter. In the description is the link. Hopefully, you'll get tens and thousands of our viewers flooding to your Kickstarter. But
that would be
hopefully,
amazing.
well, it'd be amazing to get that many viewers too.
We're
but,
growing. We're growing.
We're getting there. We are growing, actually. In fact, we went up several more subscribers this week.
Very cool.
Please like and subscribe. Chicken Cherry Cola.
Yeah, I heard someone say ring the bell. I don't know what that means, but I guess there's a bell somewhere.
Yeah, you don't know what the ring the bell is. So on YouTube, if you hit the bell, you'll get a notification every time we go live, which is every Monday at 8 Central.
I never heard of that before.
I think you get a email.
I wonder if that's new. I didn't know about that either.
It's been around for a little while, but nobody really does it that much because who wants to get an email constantly from. I think it's mostly because people who go live, they usually do it more than once a week, and you just constantly get notified. But since we only do it maybe once, we only do it once a week and maybe one more time another week in case if we have something special. So yeah, ring the bell.
Oh, we have something special in 2 weeks.
Yes, we do. In fact, it's all 3 of our celebrations, isn't it?
Yes, it is. What are you, the 14th?
15th.
15th. That was close.
Oh, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris's birthday is the 15th, and Katia's and my birthday is the 19th. So we're having a big birthday online celebration. I don't know what you want to. We haven't officially named it yet, but it's going to be a pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty
we'll
fun
bring
time.
some people on, play games, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll announce the people that are showing throughout the next couple weeks. I've already got my geeky tiki picked out. It's the Han Solo and Carbonite. It's like 60
that's cool.
ounces, so it should last me the whole show.
Is that why you used the cup today then?
Well, yeah, but it was also because I wanted to promote your sweet, sweet art.
When I get a house, I want to get one, like a full scale Han Solo on the wall, and I want it to be like the door to the bathroom.
Yep.
But to open it, you got to put your hands in his hands like this.
It's creepy.
Did you ever see the Robot Chicken Star Wars episode where Boba Fett has him, like he's in his ship, and Han Solo's like that, and Boba Fett like creeps up to him and goes, "Oh, I got you." And he puts his hands in his hands. He's like messing with him. Oh, I love it.
That's how you want to go to the bathroom. That's what you want to have happen.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Learning a lot more.
No, that's what I want to tell my guests they have to do to go to the restroom. I'll have my own restroom somewhere else, be in the TARDIS or something.
I don't want to know what your private room with Han Solo and Carbonite is.
That's going to be the entrance to the game room. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you ever make that happen, you'll have to show us.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to see it.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll wear the Boba Fett helmet.
Oh, wow. Wow. This just went to another level.
I got to get to the house first, though.
Huh.
We'll see. All right. Well, thank you for coming on our show. Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
No? Great.
No. Just
All right.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yep. Our honorary co-host.
Yeah. Pretty much at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks